rising, grand biscuits, magic wand waving grand wizards. If you my man, 100 grand and a grand missing. I got 99 problems, what's the damn difference? Listen, on my unborn grandkids, you know a nigga grown when a band is a bandage and the band keeps playing when you on a Titanic and your home network can't handle the bandwidth life's a damn bitch. Still love her though, raw sex pulling off the rubber slow, rubber dub, that's a dry rub on the roast. Smells like burnt toast, you know I got a serious stroke. Periods broke like the levees. Flow on the mic kinda heavy. Got enough sauce for the spaghetti. Red hot chili pepper, order water under the bridge. I forgive niggas for wanting to live. I ain't mad at ya, I ain't the mad rapper, just a mad dapper damn rather. Shimmy y'all like a capper. Somebody tell Boozy that I'm batter. Vanilla extract in a batter. I ain't playing patty cake. I mean, how many patty pies can daddy bake? Mad I gotta save a slice for Sally Mae. May the odds ever be forever in your favor. Forever and a whole day later. Day to day, day traders. Daylight come for slave labor. Labor Day, labor pains getting paid straight up. Grand Rising, Grand Canyon, grandfather clock, grandstanding. You lucky if you got grandparents. Shit is Operation Grand Clearance. It's clandestine. Magazine, glam essence. 120 plan lessons from the ancestors. Fan blessings, hand-in-hand, hand gestures, jam sessions, children asking damn questions, watching cartoons and wrestling. Grand Rising, Grand Central, Freemasons at the Grand Temple. All praises to the audacious, all-seeing eye, all patient. Call waiting for the hookup, cook up salt fish, just crooked how to pour, get rewarded with more risk. Fried dumpling, daily bread, top of the morning, getting daily head. Taking diabetic daily meds, sugar-free jelly spread.
Good morning. This is JahLogic, and you're watching The Morning Rant. We're testing out the song with the image right now. But Grand Rising, as the song say, you know what I mean? By Mankind. Vanessa, unmute your mic. Good morning, Vanessa.
Good morning. How are you?
All is well. Casey Gang, good morning.
Good morning, Logic. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. And Queen Mocha, how you doing today?
Hey now. I'm all right, feeling fresh.
All right now. Hey, that's what's up. I'm happy to be here. V, you was trying to say something? I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say I like the song. I like the track. It's nice.
Yeah, me too. It's kind of flat. I like it.
Yo, that's actually by Nate of Mankind. He did a little solo project that's really good called 38's Best for his 38th birthday.
Right.
And that's his. It's still Mankind, but that's Nate of Mankind solo joint. 38's Best Grand Rising. Shout out to Nate. And then we actually, for all you rappers out there, we have a Grand Rising challenge. We got the instrumental. I dropped a couple bars on it. Like a lot of really dope rappers and producers have been on it. Go to Mankind Music Academy on Instagram and you'll see all the challenges. And then hit them up for the beat and do it yourself. I did it.
All right, that's what's up. Brooklyn Honcho says first.
All right.
Hemp Lord is good morning, Brooklyn Honcho. Hemp Lord is in the check-in as well. Hemp Lord salute, light up. Mr. Jones says, yo, good morning, my peoples. Good morning, Mr. Jones. Good morning. Morning, Hemp Lloyd. World Financial Group says, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Always good to see you as well. Ish, my dude, says, peace, fam. Peace to you. What's good, bro? Thanks for pulling up. Brooklyn Honcho says, what's the business, fellow ranters? You know, all is well, man. All is well. You feel me? We just happy to be here. Blessed to be here this morning. Precious says, this nigga kind of nice. Yeah. We're going to play some of his music, you know. We're going to play more of his music.
He got a song that made me think of you and Zawadi about like raising children in quarantine. So you should drop that. It's called Homework. And I got a nice video for it where I use like Proud Family. So it's a real nice family video. So shout out to Nate, man. And he's doing a real job. Not only amazing rapper, full-time job. He new parent. I think he got a 2-year-old. You know, been married for 2 years. So he's doing a lot of great things, man. Shout out to Nate. Escarell as well, both of them.
All right. Precious says thing kind of nice, like I read earlier. Lorvell in the league says, good morning. Can't stay long, but shout out to everyone. Shout out to you. Let me see what's popping. Dolphy Productions. Good morning, Hazel. She says, Grand Rising or Great Rising all. Morning to you. And Antoinette, hey, how you doing? Good morning to you. We miss you up here, but we know you're busy, and I see all the big things you got going on. I hope I'm not blowing anything up, but I saw that you were graduating And congratulations to Internet. And
To her.
Precious says mankind equals woo. And Brooklyn Hunter says, I can't hear the show. I don't know what's going on. I think everybody else hears us. If we can get a sound check from everybody else, because you got me like fidgeting with my boards and shit right now. Hopefully they can hear us. If you can't hear us, let us know. If you can, let us know as well in the chat. Aki Better says, rolling up. Let's get it. Yes. Light up. Light up. Most definitely. Mills Lane says, good morning, renters in the chat. Good morning, Mills Lane. So got us all good people in the chat this morning. So let's get into it. Before we get into the thought topics, and we got some fight videos actually this morning, and we got some serious topics as well. But we don't want to let another day go by before we acknowledge the good news based on the bad situation, which is that they found 39 children and in an operation called Operation Not Forgotten. So I believe this is the operation that was out of Georgia, and we want to just watch the video based on this really quick, and not even really quick, but we want to we want to explore this story first and foremost.
All right, Ella, thank you. Well, a mission to rescue missing.
So we're going to play the actual news clip, and yeah, let's get into it.
Metro Atlanta children and reunite them with their loved ones is ending. Operation Not Forgotten stretches across our part of the state, hoping to provide answers for parents who have spent countless hours looking for their children. CBS 46's Brittany Edney joins us live tonight with the result of a 2-week mission.
That's right, Sean. 39 missing children were found and 9 arrests were made during this operation. The U.S. Marshals Service tells us that 26 of those children were rescued, and the other 13, they were located and they were made sure to be safe. Well, CBS 46 cameras were there during this mission, and our Megan Packer takes us inside Operation Not Forgotten.
When you think of U.S. Marshals, you probably think of them out catching fugitives. But this was a very different mission, and they gave CBS 46 access to their operation.
She has a pickup order only. There's no active warrants for her.
Our agency has a very good reputation for finding people.
No fences on the backside. We're going to have to cover that 2 and 3 corner.
U.S. Marshals suit up to get to work. They're looking for someone on the run, but not a dangerous criminal.
We're going after children.
This is Operation Not Forgotten.
And oftentimes these children don't understand that we're there to help them.
A massive planning operation behind the scenes was carried out over the course of 2 weeks in the Atlanta and Macon areas earlier this month. CBS 46 was granted access as the Marshals and several partner agencies worked to track down critically missing children. Darby Kirby is the chief inspector of the U.S. Marshals Missing Child Unit.
The child is typically at risk for some type of crime of violence meaning child sex trafficking, child exploitation, abuse, or there's an elevated risk factor to that child, meaning they might need medication or there may be mental health concerns.
On this day, Kirby and her team found a 17-year-old girl who ran away from foster care. She was with a convicted felon who had a gun. They removed her from a potentially dangerous situation.
We have to take on more of like a protector role, more of a guardian. We have to remove that child from that situation and then explain to her, hey, this is why we're here. We're here to help you.
Kirby says many of the young people they're tasked with finding in these cases come from a life filled with trauma, including physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, making it even more critical for them to get to safety where they can begin to heal. The U.S. Marshals Missing Child Unit has helped find more than 1,800 children in the last 5 years. And after this Georgia-based operation, they can add dozens more to their list. Megan Packer, CBS 46 News.
Megan just mentioned, we also learned today that the children were missing for various lengths of time, some just a few weeks, others up to 2 years. Reporting live in Atlanta, I'm Brittany Edney, CBS 46 News.
Time and time again, Atlanta.
I mean, it happens everywhere, though, right? At least they found it.
Yeah, I know. For a reason, Atlanta is like a hot spot right now.
For this type of activities, then.
Yes, kidnapping, like violence coming from nowhere in the South over here in Atlanta.
My thing is this: like, I feel like when it comes to these types of situations, like that police officers and detectives and all of these people who are affiliated in law enforcement, that they truly know about these situations, and then they allow them to go on. 39 children,
Yeah,
it's a lot of kids, and that didn't happen in one instance. That happened over time, and I felt like they probably knew about it. They watched it, and I don't know what triggered them to all of a sudden now come out, but I just feel like it's just like a slap in the face a little bit, because when one of their kids go missing, this is crazy.
Right.
It's all over. It's a big thing. But I feel like the most we've heard about the situation is the fact that they've been found. We didn't really hear, it wasn't broadcasted as much when all of these children were missing. So I just feel like, I'm glad that these children are, back in the places that they do belong. But I don't think that this is a victory for them. I think that this is disgusting for the police department to allow this to happen for this long, to allow 39 children to go missing at once. And now all of a sudden you guys are finding them. So,
Casey, you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, a lot of this stuff with young people who go missing directly relates to sex trafficking. And a lot of the time it's young women who are emotionally and mentally manipulated or even beaten into, selling their lives on the streets. And this could be women from, 14 to 18. And they also have really sick perverts out there. I'm not saying you're a sick pervert for 14 to 18. Of course you're a sick pervert for 14 to 18, but they got really sick, really technical term pedophile. So a pedophile, the term of that is you're actually attracted to a woman before she breaks puberty. You know what I'm saying? So they're also sex trafficking 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, and they selling these people. And this is a dirty secret like America tries to hide, because if you look at like what was going on with Jeffrey Epstein, that was just one level. There are all sorts of other levels. If you look what's going on in Haiti, where these so-called missionaries is coming in under the presence of saying they're helping these kids, and then they wind up molesting them and sex trafficking them as well. So this is a very serious issue that the media doesn't pay attention to, because a lot of criminals and the government is caught up in sex trafficking as well. As we saw, like how many people was caught up on Jeffrey Epstein's plane, and he was sex trafficking 14, 15, 16-year-old girls, right? So, and that's just the rich white people.
Right.
We're sex trafficking people from every country. You know what I mean? Like Asia, white women from Eastern Europe to be strippers. You know what I'm saying? So sex trafficking is a very serious, very bad problem. It's a global problem. Media is covering it up. You don't hear about it too much. Look how long it took Epstein to break. Epstein was doing that since 2008.
I want to cut your wisdom short, but I feel like even speaking, when you speak about Epstein, I said this before in the past, I feel like the only reason we know about him is because the people he was connected with were done with him, if that makes sense. Because he seemed to be a connected dude. So it's like, all right, well, once they're done with you, then everybody knows what you're doing. But once they're done with you is when they'll come out with it. You know what I mean?
Expendable. He was expendable. Once you learned, once you did put in your work, did your stuff, now you're a liability, you might snitch, you're expendable.
Right. So with that being said, I'm glad that they found these girls, but I agree with Vanessa and the rest of the panel that more needs to be done. And, you know what I mean? Like and like they said, in this case, there were people that were missing for a few weeks up into years, right? So it took them to, and Casey and I worked in the nonprofit sector. We know how important, so-called budgets are. And it seemed like they created some type of budget or fund, you know what I mean, that they had to deal with some type of bureaucracy to even create, you know what I mean, that might not even last, that might just be for a few months for them to even get to the bottom of, finding these women and these girls and lightening their caseload, as they will call it, which is they're not cases, they're actual people. Casey, you was trying to say something?
I was saying those out of the one, they only brought up one woman, and she was a 17-year-old foster student. And those is usually the most liable to be sex trafficked and manipulated. Women who don't come from households, they might have imbalance in their life, and you saw. So what I think that was, I think they caught some type of pimp sex trafficking agency. I think this also reflects on how we talk about pimping. Pimping is sex trafficking. It's not falling in the club. It's not meeting one girl and she likes you to meet another girl who likes you. Pimping is manipulating women to selling their body on the streets. And a lot of pimps is really selling 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old girls. So I think in relation to this, we can't really glorify pimping and then condemn sex trafficking at the same time. So, fellas, I'm with everyone. Women, if you got multiple partners, do you? Fellas, you got multiple partners, do you? But do not have these women selling their bodies on the street, and don't act like because you have a couple girlfriends, you're a pimp if they're not selling their bodies on the street for you. That's not the term.
All right, that's strong words from Casey. You know what I mean? That's what's up. See, we can be responsible too up here. We can be responsible too. Real. But let me go to these comments. All right, we got some comments that were pouring in when this happened. Pressure says, congratulations to Antoinette. He says the marathon continues. Yes, congratulations again to Antoinette. Franchise Catering, aka Steph, says Grand Rising, Kings and Queens. You know, salute to you. Get that money. You know, you out there getting that bread. Vanessa, aka Smile 69 Network Show, says congratulations, Antoinette. So we proud of you up here. Hold on, let's. We're proud of Antoinette. Pressure says 39 children coming home is good, but it's a teardrop in the ocean. Yeah, I feel you on that, Pressure. Like, it's definitely a lot more out there. You know, I mean, I feel like anybody being found is a victory, but I gotta agree with you at the same time. It's just a drop in the bucket. You know what I mean? So, everybody, you know, protect your loved ones, protect your family. You know what I mean? Keep your family structure strong. You know. Kalia Bolin says, hello, everyone. Good morning, Kalia. Good morning. And Antoinette says, thank you. Yeah, no problem. And Mills Lane says, should have been big news for weeks now. Trump should be pushing his Twitter fingers for this. Good point. Yeah, Trump should be on top of that. Yeah, exactly. Kalia says exactly. Yep. And Pressure says, look up the Franklin cover-up. One of the alleged victims made an appearance and was confronted by HBO Bill Murr. HBO by Bill Murr. Go ahead, Casey.
About that one? That was like a precursor to the Epstein scandal, where these boys were trafficked from a foster home in Boys Town, Nebraska, through like a guy by the name of Larry King. He was a black Republican. He sang at the Republican National Convention. So he was running a male young boy sex trafficking ring that was going to DC, and they was having sex with all these high-ranking politicians and people in the media and stuff like that. And it was connected to George Bush. So, and that's been a lot in politics, unfortunately, is sex trafficking and blackmail. So they'll get a little boy to have sex with you, then they'll take that picture and they'll be like, yo, if you don't vote for Israel in the next election, we're putting this picture on the New York Post.
Oh my God.
Yep. Shit is wild.
How did they uncover this?
How they uncover the Franklin scandal? Well, one boy, and this is so crazy. This is how they do it. One boy, he actually he turned whistleblower. He started telling on everyone, and they locked him up because the government so corrupt. They locked up the person who exposed everyone else, not the people. So, and there was a documentary, and it actually was supposed to air in the United States, never did, but it aired overseas, and then people had it on YouTube since, and it flipped it. So it's a big cover up on this. A lot of people don't want you to know the story, but I believe it is on YouTube, a Boys Town or Franklin cover up. You just look that up on YouTube. I think you should get the full documentary.
Copy. Virginia Slim says, peace and good morning. Good morning, Slim. Always good to see you as well. Stefan says, pressure facts. And then he goes, Trump would take credit for it if he knew anything about it. I mean, I don't see how he doesn't know anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
y'all know what the Q theory is, right? The Q theory, those crazy conspiracy theorists, their theory is that
QAnon or whatever.
Yeah, QAnon. So their theory about Trump, which I don't believe I believe is really crazy, is that Trump is undercover trying to fight a ring of sexual predators and traffickers. Not only Epstein, Pizzagate, stuff like that. Who also, like, I think they drink the endocrine blood of children to keep themselves alive. So that's the theory, that Trump is really undercover fighting pedophiles. Right. But I don't think he's fighting them, but I do believe there is like elite pedophile rings in government that kind of cover up. We've seen that with Epstein being tied from everyone to Trump, Clinton, Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? So the highest, most important people in our society.
So President drops a name, says Johnny Gosch. Do you know about this name?
I believe he was a gentleman I was saying who He was one who was arrested after he told the stories of all the men who was like he was sent to have sex with, and I believe that's his name. I'm not 100% sure.
Wow. All right, so there you have it. You know, we started off the morning with a victory, but a sad victory nevertheless. But however, we're gonna get into the fuck shit now. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Casey, for your knowledge on the situation as well, and also thank Pressure in the comments for bringing up those good points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, we're gonna get into. I guess this is a fight video. What's this you sent to me, V? You sent me a fight video?
When you said thought topics, I just started going in. So, what video is this?
There's a woman who gets into it with a Karen. So I guess this is a Karen.
Oh, yes, at the Walmart. And you know, it's not too crazy. You know, Karen didn't get too crazy, and neither did the thought in the video. But or nigga bitch, whatever you choose. But it was.
Hold on, I gotta see what this is. Why is Karen not the thought?
I mean, Karen's about 71 in this video, and she stated that she's 70-something years old in this video. I highly doubt that Karen is out here dotting it out.
I mean, she could.
Listen.
You hear me?
Are you putting ageism on thoughts?
Yes, I am. Age discrimination. Now, I would be a different 71-year-old, but by the looks of this Karen, I don't know if. And this is the thing, you know, Karens aren't getting dick down because they're out in society frustrated. When you are out in society frustrated and upset about every little thing and things that don't matter, you're not getting any dick because you're frustrated. She actually really does need dick, and maybe she wouldn't be in the Walmart bothering people.
All right, so what makes the other woman a nigga bitch? Explain this before we see it.
I think she's a nigga bitch because of her tone. She could have come at the Karen completely differently, especially due to this climate. You know, Karens are wild out here. They got Karens pulling out the blicky on people. So, I mean, she should have been more careful, but I understand her at the same time. But she's still a nigga bitch. Yeah.
All right, well, let's see what you're talking about. Let's see what happens. Let's play this video.
Okay, stop talking to me, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you're hella rude. You just said you thought I worked here. You can't tell. What do you mean you can't tell? Do I look like I dressed to work at Walmart? No. Stay 6 feet away. Back the fuck up. They're in line too, so you can move. Bro, you gonna piss me off. It is because you're not gonna come stand in front of me when I've been waiting for hella long. Yeah, we're in line, so I'm gonna tell you to move. The fuck? Aren't you a friend? No, I'm not. Not too much like this who hella rude that want to assume I work at Walmart because I'm black. Goodbye. Get out of my face. You think that I'm stupid? You acting like it. You acting real ignorant. You're acting like an asshole. No, bitch, you are. Bitch, you came to my face. The fuck? What you talking about? It clearly says 6 feet. It has a sign on the floor, bitch. If you read it, says 6 feet apart. And you see like 4 other people in line. Why would you come stand in front of me? I don't have to. I don't have to because nobody else is getting in front of me but you. So why would I go tell everybody? I'm telling the person that's confused, obviously didn't see the lines. I'm letting you know. They right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes way back there. Okay, can you just please walk away? What are you doing standing right here? Just being annoying. Shut up. You're being annoying. I could talk all I want. I don't have to shut up. So talking to me. You came to talk to me. What the fuck is wrong with you? I had to tell her we're 6 feet apart. I'm in line. She tried to stand right here. I said all these people behind me are in line. Instead of standing by me talking about you need to go around and start telling everybody to start doing that. No, she's talking about, oh, I said, no, I just look like you work at Walmart. Do I look like I dressed to work at Walmart, bitch? You're being disrespectful. Or you're being disrespectful. I'm in line. You're standing here for no reason. You're not in line. This is not your spot. You're standing here just because. Your mouth. Oh, my God. Hey, where is the manager of the store? What is the manager going to do? We're both customers. Shut up. You shut up right now. Bro, who is this bitch talking to, bro? Huh? I said, who are you talking to? Shut up.
I love your hair.
Thank you. See, nice, positive people. That's what I'm talking about. Nice people. You just want to fuck with me just because. I didn't do nothing to you but tell you to stay 6 feet away. Get in line. That's it. And you still standing right here looking at me, looking stupid. Where's my mom? You want to talk to my mother? Because she'll tell you the same thing.
I don't give a damn about your
Oh,
mother.
yeah. Okay, well, I don't give a damn about you and what you're talking about.
Shut up.
No, you're cutting all these people.
I'm not cutting you.
So why are you still standing here?
You go to hell and leave me alone. God, bless me. I'm 77 years old. You think I need some little squirt to tell me what to do?
You try to stand in front of me. I try to let you know that we're supposed to say 6 feet and that it's a line.
Everybody who works here too, assuming that everybody. You're the one.
Assuming what? You assume that I worked here and I don't.
Shut up.
You assume that I work here and I don't.
If you think that I'm gonna put up with any shit,
you don't have to put up with shit. I've been told you walk away. I'm in line. You're not.
Shut the hell up.
No, I don't have to shut shit up, bitch. You don't know me. Don't tell me shut up. Exactly, if you don't respect me, I'm not gonna respect you. I don't care how old you are.
Excuse
don't
me.
Don't tell me start shit for real. I'm really finna start tripping. You'll be hella mad if I really that's my slap the fuck out of you. You're a bitch.
Why are you following us?
She's not in line. I've been in line. She just assumed that I worked at. You're not in line. You're supposed to be 6 feet away from me. You're not even 6 feet away from me.
I have a whole video.
We have a whole entire video.
Okay, y'all split up.
All right, V.
She says she's 77. I missed her age, but I know she told her age in this video.
I don't know, man. I feel like the woman is the girl is young, for one, to give her credit, and I think she handled it pretty well. But Casey, what's your thoughts on this altercation? Let's go to Casey first.
Well, my whole thoughts on the term Karen, I think people is overblowing it, and I think if black people, like if white people would start calling every black woman who might act aggressively or someone a Shaniqua, we'd be wilding out like, oh, you wilding, like you called that woman a Shaniqua. So I don't know, that seems silly, man. Like all these silly altercations between black and white people with people trying to get a camera to catch some viral moment, and I feel it just causing tension. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't seen nothing wrong on either end, and I feel like there's a lot of pressures to cause racial tension right now, right? You know what I mean? And definitely there are a lot of racist white women out there, right? Just like there's bad black people, black white people. You know what I'm saying?
So you when you say there's nothing wrong on either end, you say you just saying like this is just a regular argument? Is that
like why is that even on the internet? I was ready for the fight. I'm like, when's the fight gonna pop off? I wanted to see some blows. Like I'm almost like what type of, I don't even know. I'm a little disappointed even watching it. I'm like, that's not what stuff like that all the day. I wanted to see like some wig problems. Like I don't know. Like I just sent you a video of a toddler getting kicked because I was like, oh, this stuff is gonna get wild. And I don't know. I feel there's a lot of tension between black people and white people. I don't know. My mother was white. I don't know. She wasn't no Karen though, so I feel like all white women shouldn't be Karens. I feel like that white women should realize that in general, minding their business. And the worst thing is calling the cops. She ain't called the cops, leave her alone. Because I think a lot of white people do not realize the relationships that we have with the cops. So when they do call the cops on us, it could go left. Over music, over us barbecuing in the park, over stuff that, you know what I'm saying? So that's the real issue with my Karen is when they call in the cops. And that's over unnecessary issues. And I think, like, other than that, whatever, man, it's a little argument, but I definitely feel that we need to let people know outside of the community that I know you think you're being a good citizen by calling the cops, but you're really not. And and just to fall back and realize you don't have power. Just because you can call the cops and you don't think we can, doesn't mean you have power, right? Because you can call the cops on us, but you assume we can't call it on you, but we can.
Right. Mocha, your thoughts on this video?
I too wanted to see a little brawl, but I think after a while I was like, all right, she just wanted to put it viral. So yeah, for clickbait. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that white lady probably wanted a fight too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's frustrated. Like Vanessa said, she kind of probably did want to fight. Some of them do want to egg you on for a fight though. They do, you know what I'm saying? So they can play the victim. Or, you know, there's ones out there that's just like, yo, we done y'all wrong so many times. Come on, if you want to just fight me, fight me. I had a white chick, you know what I'm saying, said something rude to me, and I was like, what? And she was like, well, I know you want to fight me, so just go ahead. We did all types of stuff to y'all. Just, you know, I had to turn my back on her. When I turned my back, you know what I'm saying? Oh, God. I had to talk to myself. Like, girl, you're doing the right thing. Step by step, take right step, left step, keep going. Because some of them do want to provoke you, you know? And I'm not Karen, but I do make phone calls to the cops. You know, it's noisy complaints. I'm 311 real fast. You know, you standing outside my window smoking the L, I'm also 311 because this is now privacy now. Now it's getting into my daughter's room. Now you're talking very loud. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do. I'm on a Karen thing. I am. But some of them be egging you to fight you. You know what I'm saying? They do certain things so that you could show out so they can say, oh, that's why.
So, all right. You was trying to say something?
Yeah, I was, but will you talk to them first in the community, or you call the cops? Will you say, y'all please stop? And if they say no, then call the cops, or you just call the cops?
Of course I talk to them. I say, hey guys, please don't park on the sidewalk. On the sidewalk right here underneath my window. This is not a parking spot. This is not a place for y'all to hang out. This was just a garbage removal. I removed the garbage because y'all couldn't do right by the garbage. I had to clean it up. Now there's roaches and rats coming inside my window. I moved it. Now, this is not a place for y'all to this is not a little cut for y'all to just chill around. So I'm making my complaints all the way up to community affairs. Yeah, I'm that Karen.
All right. V, yeah, you want to unmute your mic now?
Sorry. I completely agree with Mocha. I'm not gonna lie. It's a split because sometimes Karens, they really do want you to enforce that stereotype. They want you to, not just Karens, they got Toms and shit like that too. Like a lot of people in society, they want you to be that angry black woman going crazy and acting like a hood rat. And I feel like in this video, of course, that lady's 77 years old. Clearly, she's probably senile. She probably didn't really know where the line was. And maybe if that other lady's approach was different, maybe, you know, Karen probably wouldn't have been upset. Because for me, if she would have done that, I'd be like, oh, no, well, this is the line. You know, the line starts this way and there's, you know, a bunch of people in the back. If you come off aggressive or if you come off with an attitude already, what do you think that's going to spiral into? Attitude then meets another attitude. So when the hood rat, nigga bitch, whatever we want to call her, when she came at her like that, Karen's just like, oh, a real nigga bitch. Okay, here we go. And so now everybody's trying to get on World Star. Everybody's trying to, you know, make a viral video. It's turned something that's so minute into, you know, something that was completely unnecessary. Like we said, there's no fight in this video. This video shouldn't really even be on, you know, World Star. But because people are so itchy to make things bigger than what they are, that's what it sometimes turns into. You know, and I'm glad that the fight did not break out because I'm glad that stereotype wasn't enforced. But I feel like, you know, that Karen definitely started to look at her in that way as soon as she brought that attitude. And I think it's very important for Black women to start, you know, acting different to change that stereotype. Mocha, I commend you for walking away. I've done those situations as well where I'm around white women or white men and they do or say something and I know that they're doing it to get a reaction out of me. And I'm like, I'm not even going to give you that. Unless you physically put your hands on me, that's when we have an issue. But otherwise, certain things are really, really not worth it.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go to the comments now. And I'm just going to go on the record, but I don't think she's a nigger bitch, as Vanessa put it. And I think that the young lady did the right thing because she didn't fight the woman. She didn't put hands on her. And I think for a young person, you know, you don't want to walk away from a situation thinking of what you could have said. Because then it's like one of those a coward dies 1,000 deaths type thing, right? Where, you know, you can be in your regular life thinking about, damn, I should have at least cursed this bitch out. You know what I'm saying? So I think the lady did deserve at least a little tongue lashing. You know what I'm saying? So, and she said her piece. She said her piece to the lady. Muhammad Shakur says, a few days ago, y'all covered an incest story where some dude was dicking down his own mother. So that's happening. Then this Karen is likely to get it in. Okay, I don't know if I fully get the whole thing. Maybe you said something before that, but salute, Muhammad. And President says, He brings it back to the other topic. No, Mr. Gosh was the focal point of the Franklin cover-up documentary. Allegedly, he became a member of Bush's press corps, and he was also a member of the military, had a gay ex scandal in the military, and also hashtag MK Ultra. Pressure also says, never give crazy people validation. They will always move righteously in ignorance. This goes for either side. So I guess Pressure is making a case for the women actually should have went, I don't know, I guess been more righteous with the tongue lashing, I guess. Mom X-Core says she handled herself well, but I'm not surprised you took the old woman's side.
I'm not taking nobody's side here. I'm not. I'm just saying, if that was a older black lady, her attitude would have been different. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe it would have been worse.
Nah. If that was an older black lady, that young girl would have not came at her that way. She'd have politely told her where the line was. Shit happens. Sometimes people do not know where things are. You know, you don't have to catch a attitude with everything and everybody. When you come at people with aggression, they will in turn come at you with aggression. And in this climate, that young girl is actually putting her own life at risk. You know, they give out guns to more white people than they do black people. Suppose that Karen felt threatened. And then now what? You can't be playing games like that today.
Not Mommy. Casey, your microphone is on mute. Casey, your microphone is on Teddy Riley. You're on mute.
I'm saying, if you watch the video where you have the Karen with the gun, if you see the whole video, they was egging her on a little bit, trying to get some type of tension, looking like Class 4, a viral moment, and then they didn't know she wasn't having it. Like, leave me alone, I feel threatened. And that's, in some states, you can do that. You feel threatened, you can pull out the hammer.
Yeah, we spoke about that.
I feel there's so much pressure on white people on Fox News to make black people immigrants look bad, and then we have MSNBC, other people here constantly telling us about racist white people, about racist cops, everything, that they really want tension. They specifically don't want poor black people and poor white people to come together and be like, yo, fuck all these rich people fucking us all over. And for me, it's like, there was a homeless lady, she was a white lady, and she was on the street, and she goes, nigger, 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 nigger. And I'm like, all right, am I going to confront this woman for this shit, or am I just let it slide? She's a homeless woman. She's of no concern to me. Like, all right, or whatever. Like, would I need that confrontation? Put it on World Star? Like, oh, white woman called me a nigger? Like, it's a homeless woman. Like, who cares?
All right. Mom X-Core says the old white lady is dead wrong. Twan, aka Twan Cash from Straight Up in the Morning, says good morning, bro. And look forward to seeing Straight Up in the Morning tomorrow. Check Straight Up in the Morning at 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock on the Rant network. He says good morning to you, good sir. I hope everything is well. Smile69 says, where's the fight gonna pop off? Laughing. Dominic Shakur says, I think he meant Mr. Casey. It doesn't work like that, but I appreciate your optimism. And Smile69 Network says, Queen Mocha is a Keisha, not a Karen. And yeah, we don't hear you, but I think we know what you said. And
I am.
In 12 Talk Sports, salute Ty West. 12 Talk Sports TV says, Mocha, you're a whole dub if you can relate. I think he meant if you can't relate to the youth, it would never lead to you calling them pilgrims. Saying you shouldn't be calling the police on people smoking, I guess.
I smoke in my crib. It's illegal outside to do that. And then you doing that in front of my daughter's window? Nah, I don't want that. And when I smoke, my daughter don't even smell that. So why does she have to be, exposed to that from outside?
Well,
I'm room in the motorcycle too. That too, I'm supposed to just allow that too. Park it right there. All them fumes going inside my window. That too. I don't think so.
Well, I'm gonna say in Queen Mocha's defense, Casey did ask her would she speak to them first, and she said she would or has. So I'll if it was anything to defend that, I'll say that is it. She speaks to them first, so she gives them a chance.
You agree with me, Jah? Or is this like you on the fence about this?
I'm on the fence. I'm being honest because
I'm standing behind you, Mocha. because a lot of times these niggas in the hood, they are not considerate of working productive people. Everybody's not here for the turn up. Everybody don't want to smell weed. Everybody don't want to smell smoke. We trying to raise, children. We trying to, build up our communities. We're trying to, live better lives. And we can't do that if y'all niggas is doing nigga shit outside my goddamn window.
But Vanessa, you're the mayor of Nigga Town, aka Niggerton. So how all of a sudden you with the shit? But anyway, let me describe why I say I'm on the fence about it, because Twirl Talk Sports talked about the youth, and that's where I'm coming from. So when I was young, I couldn't smoke in my house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna smoke in the staircase. I'm gonna smoke outside. You know what I mean? I'm gonna smoke places where it might get in your window. You know what I mean? I'm trying to stand around the corner from the police. I'm not trying to get locked up for a fucking half a gram of cannabis. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be different. You know what I mean? I might be outside your window. You know what I'm saying? Smoking a blunt. So I just feel like, I don't know. But if you speak to them first, I do think that's why I say I kind of give you credit on that, because if I was young and a woman come out and spoke to us, hey, look, can you not smoking? I wouldn't be like, oh, fuck you, bitch. I'd be like, all right, this spot is off limits now. You know what I mean? So, I get where he's coming from when you talk about the youth. You know what I mean? Now, as an adult, somebody asks you not to smoke in front of their child window. Obviously, you should have plenty of other options of places to smoke. So,
and they adults. They were riding that motorcycle, vroom, vroom. This is a social club that I'm talking about, referring to. This is a social club. They come and socialize over there in that corner with their motorcycles. This is a bikers club. These are not kids. I understand. I was a kid smoking in people's hallways. If it was like that, I would invite them inside my hallway because we own the whole building. Yeah, come inside the hallway and smoke inside of here. You know what I mean? I know what it is. I smoke. But selling in front of my crib, no, I don't want that either. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my daughter coming out to a whole cell going on. You know what I'm saying? Times is different. I don't need her to be
Biggie Smalls would have shitted on you for calling the police when he was just trying to feed his daughter.
For calling the police when he just trying to feed his daughter. All right.
I'm
gonna get it in the comments. I'll be that.
They probably about to give it to you. 12 Talk Sports says, speaking on admitting her Karenisms, I'm just saying. And Mom Makes a Call says, Miss Smilez, whites can have memory issues and still remember their races, but I get it. We're supposed to fight for respect of whites. I don't think that's where she was coming from, but if she want to speak for herself, you can.
No, I was going to say not exactly the respect of others. It's just being understanding of the climate that you're in. That's all. She has to understand that white lady could have been threatened and she could have pulled a gun out on her just based off of her aggression. She just has. I think it's better for her to move differently.
All right, so so you're saying it's not the respect. You're saying it's the situation, not escalating the situation. Is that where you're coming from? All right, cool. Virginia Sim says, old girl didn't show any reflective of a nigga bitch. She was pretty damn calm. That's my point. I agree with Slim. I think she was calm. She was young. Yeah, she may have every now and then gave her a curse word or two. You know what I'm saying? But I think she would have been home and not been able to sleep well if she didn't even just say, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Especially after the old lady told her, shut up, like 3-4 times. Like, fuck out of here. Big O 581 says, just tuning in. What was the video? So the video was an old white lady. It wasn't that eventful because I guess in their words, it wasn't a fight. So, but it was an argument in the Walmart between a young sister and an old 77, I think, year old white lady who told her to shut up and all these type of things, but getting too close, no social distancing, cutting the line, just a lot of disrespectful shit. 12 Talks Sports TV says, wait, I only got her talking about calling the police for weed smoke. So, I mean, we kind of reiterated, so hopefully we cleared it up. Brooklyn Honcho says, I think the young girl antagonized the lady by cursing and recording, knowing if you mouth off long enough, temperatures will rise. So I guess Brooklyn Honcho agrees with Vanessa. And Redemption says, salute to Redemption. You know, good to see you here. Good morning. And Mohammed Shakur says, Honcho, didn't you complain about how black folk blame other black folk? You're doing that. You're doing it today, shaking my head. And then I guess they're going back and forth. But Brooklyn Honcho says, Mocha, I'm not saying you're wrong, but calling the police on these young people can lead to a bigger issue. Plus, cops won't even respond to BS calls like that. That's true. But she did say something about 311 as well. But go ahead.
911. They don't. They don't. They came and they knocked on my door, and I was like, "Why y'all here? Why are you guys not coming to see me?" I reported it. You see something, you give them a ticket. Why are you coming to me? Especially if I'm anonymous. Go and do your job. It starts here in the community. This is why I'm saying this. Because if I'm making complaints over and over again, now I'm getting upset. If I'm making complaints over and over again, right? And you come and don't try to make, try to dispute my report. It's like you coming to me and you showing everybody that I'm the one that's calling. You know what I'm saying? And you not doing your job, which is to, give them, give them tickets. After a while, people will get the hint if you give them tickets.
I think you should also note that you should note the fact that he said young people. So I don't know if you want to take credit for calling the cops on young people. I think you want to.
Not young. These people are not young. These are older people. This is like I told you. This is a gang. They're not young. They're not young. They got motorcycles. They're not young.
All right. So we're going to move on to the next subject, which is this also comes to us from the Graham Report via Vanessa Smilez. And this is in Charleston, South Carolina. Woman assaults woman over mask dispute. And you know I'm with the shits when it comes to the mask. Get away from me if you ain't got your mask on. So let's see what happens.
I don't want to make fucking face, bitch. Fuck you playing with. Thank you. Fucking.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Oh, what you got?
Yeah, of course, boy.
I'll do it when I come back from the video.
Oh shit! I don't know if she shot him or what. I think she shot. She just shot a gun at him. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Who come?
Oh my god.
Who come out the pistol? Do what time?
Did she shot you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Tried to kill me.
Yeah. So yeah, V. Go first, V. You sent us the video and
beautiful. Now this is not a nigga bitch. No, not a big nigga bitch at all. I salute this black woman right here. She stood her ground in the state of South Carolina. I appreciate that she's the firearm carrier. And I just wish that she didn't miss. I mean, maybe it was a warning shot. Maybe she intended to miss. I wish she shot this nigga. I really, and I'm referring to the nigga as a Chinese man. Chinese people can be niggas too. Yes, they can. But yes, you ain't got no right, first of all, putting your hand on a woman. That lady was walking out of the store, and that Chinese man walked behind her aggressively, attacked her, kicked her, and the lady still left. She still left. She was minding her business. She was just like, you know what? This is crazy. She said, I'm leaving. I'm going to my car. She's like, she was done with it. He then walked out his store to pursue her. You get this work now. Now you get this fucking work. And I'm glad that she fired a warning fucking shot. And I wish that more black women would carry firearms for situations like this, because you got a lot of other groups of races of people who feel like it's open season to attack black women. I know black women are considered strong, and we are considered, mothers, and we're considered, people who can handle a lot of things. But at the end of the day, we're still women, and we should not be attacked by no man, nobody, period. But especially not a man, not of our race or any other race. And I'm glad that she fired that fucking warning shot. Shout out to her.
All right, Mocha.
Yeah, I wish I was carrying like that, because you just never know, yo. Men, period, could come out of their face. Yeah, he deserved it if he did get hit anyway. He's really deserved it. He didn't have to. He done kicked her out. She done fell in the little pavement over there. Run into her car. I don't even know what the problem even was in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was already yelling at her. She was on her way out. Like, come on, she was on her way out, and he deserved it.
Casey.
I think it's really interesting, and we've seen some negative examples of African American and Asian antagonization, and I feel that that's an acceptable way, especially if a woman standing your ground. I feel the best way to get at them is to boycott their businesses. And unfortunately, some people need their nails done so bad, or their hair, that they'll take the disrespect. You know what I mean? And why not? Why aren't we? We are the most creative with the nails. Like I seen a black woman with nails. She had dude hitting a doggy style on each nail. You know what I'm saying? We are the most creative with it. Why are we not running that as a business? We're the one making it lit. Why are we not running that as a business? And why are we allowing people who disrespect us to run that business, and we're not taking our business elsewhere? Because this happened several times, and there's lots of Asian people very respectful, you know what I mean? Really cool. But there are also some who treat black people like they're subhuman, and they still get the money from them. You know what I mean? So I think it needs to be in any incidents like this, when you have tensions, because I've seen it in my old neighborhood in Crown Heights, where Asians are blatantly disrespectful to black people. You know what I mean? It's time for a boycott. They have businesses that we use, nail salons, Chinese food restaurants, you know what I mean, that we go to.
Spot.
General T-Sal's chicken.
Yeah.
But in these cases, not only we have black-owned businesses, right? And who show us love when we go there. And we're instead going to a business from somewhere outside the community who's being disrespectful because they've monopolized that business. And we're so dependent on it. We're so dependent on having our nails done, having our General T-Sal's chicken, having whatever. So yeah. I feel that was an acceptable response. The better response would have been a joint boycott of that whatever business he was representing. And
but that comes after the fact, that comes after the fact. No, I mean at the moment he was being the aggressor. Like he was chasing her to the car. Lord knows to do what to do. You know what I mean? So like, what are you at her car for? Why are you over there? You know what I mean? So I felt like she let off that shot to let him know, like, don't come any closer.
Yeah,
fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It was a warning shot. We're gonna go to these comments. So Brooklyn Honcho tells Mocha they revealed to the block who the cop caller is.
That's why I was upset. I didn't mean to get upset at y'all.
You gotta know that's how the police work, though. They don't give a fuck about you, so you gotta know that's how they work. You gotta know, like that's how they work.
That's why we need a system where if you can't talk to the kid, you gotta talk to the OG. Like, yo, and he gotta realize, yo, this is making it hot. If the cops come, they make it hot. So there gotta be some structure.
But once again, she was talking about the OGs, though. Just to throw it out there, I don't want the narrative out there that Queen Mocha calls the cops on teenagers.
But they gotta have someone bigger. They gotta have someone. They wasn't the top dogs or whatever.
I don't know. The Aboriginal She Amaruka News Press, that's Master, by the way, Casey, says that was an old white Southern racist lady, KKK. Shut up. She did say shut up. Yeah, so we're back on the other story at the Walmart, but I think we're moving forward now. And Muhammad Extra says she was justified, talking about the warning shot. And Mike says he gives emoji. And yo, Redemption, you heard that too? Yo, she said, did she shot you? Did she shot you? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, that was hilarious. Anyway, Mills Lane says Hair World Star. That's the new website, I guess, Mills Lane. You need to go ahead and buy that domain name. Maybe World Star Hair Hop or some shit. I don't know. And Mike says, I thought she executed that man. You hear that one shot in the hood, that's a hit. It was a warning shot. And he got the fuck away from that car. You know what I mean? Brooklyn Hunter says, I want to know what would have made that man feel like kicking her. If she spit on him, then all hell is going to break loose. I don't think she spat on him, but I understand what you're saying. Like, the only thing that can maybe even remotely justify that type of aggression is maybe something to the extreme of like getting spit on. But I think that was simply just no respect for her. He had no respect for her at all. You know what I'm saying? And it just led to that situation. So, and I see somebody in the comments saying run it back. So it was a really short video. So I'm just going to go ahead and, and this person does donate. So I'm going to.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. You wanted that
song. Oh, she got it.
그래, 씨발년이 뒤질라고.
So as you can see here, the door was damn near locked already, and then he unlocked it, ran back outside.
I do when I come back from the business. Oh shit!
I don't know if she shot him or what. I think she shot. She just shot a gun at him. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did she shot you?
Did she shot you? That was hilarious. And then let's go back to these comments. And Mohammed Shakur says, plus, this is why black women need to stay out of those Asian Rand stores. And more than Asian Rand, they're Asian owned. But yeah, I think everybody agrees with you on that. And Mike also says, good morning, no kings and queens. Good morning to you, Mike. And Virginia Sims is laughing at Redemption song too. I thought that was real funny. Did she shot you was hilarious. Brooklyn Honcho says she didn't have on a mask either. She was covering her mouth. So let's get the whole story out. I'm not taking up for him, but she was beelining out of there for a reason. She violated and he wanted to. I think she did have a mask on actually, but what it was under her nose. So if you look closely, the mask is on, it's just under her nose. So and if somebody see, there's the mask, it's just her nose is out. And if he was really worried about that, he could have walked away. He was mighty close to her for her to not have a mask on. I know if you don't have a mask on or your mask is not on right, I will not be standing that close to you. And Shaharia says, Casey, what you be smoking on?
The moon rocks. You don't need to get up on the moon rocks. Moon rocks is like little hash balls, and they mix it with keef, and then I throw that in. I got a little sun-grown, nothing crazy, but spice that up with the moon rocks. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's what's up. So now I think things are getting increasingly more violent right now. So if we're watching this for research purposes, we're not glorifying fight videos, but Vanessa sent me a gang of fight videos. So we're going to go to these and then we're going to get to our thought topics eventually. Probably, I think this may be the second or last fight video we have, but this one comes to us from World Star and it's a little.
But these are thotty too. They're still thotty because it still involves thoughts in some way.
Well, not all. I'm not going to agree that all of these women were thoughts. Like but I believe this one right here is definitely a thought. I mean, this one is about a woman who violates a child. I guess so. Yeah. This definitely we can't co-sign this. So let's check it out. All right.
Absolutely not.
So it looks like there's no sound for this particular video.
No, there is sound because it's crazy because that little boy was crying when she threw him.
Okay, I don't know why, but I'm not hearing any sound. So if I would hear it, then you would hear it. So if anything, I'll refresh the page one time and see what happens.
Yeah, that really didn't sit well with me, this video.
So I'm not seeing any sound. I'm not hearing any sound, and but at the same time, you can see clearly that this lady who's arguing with another woman, she takes a child and throws him out of the car. What was he doing in the car, Vanessa?
He was just sitting inside of the car. This is an apartment complex. The lady in the green had a problem with the lady in the white, and the lady in the white was already downstairs. The lady in the green, that's her son, and that's her car. Her son was sitting in her car, as mothers usually do have their children sitting in their own cars. And I guess she did have a problem with the other lady who was in the white. And the other lady went to that green lady's car and took her son and threw her out just to make the lady in the green come out because she wanted her to fight her. But I guess the lady in the green was trying to be, I guess
trying to do her job in her
right. She was trying to be a little distant. She was trying to not fight. And I guess the hood rat went up to the car and took her son and threw her out just to get that lady to come down and fight her. And she fucking did, because that will set it off for me. I'm sorry. That's just despicable. You never bring children out into a fight. I think that this is very disgusting. And that lady deserves whatever work that comes her way.
Well, she got a few licks to the face and she didn't get any back. So there's for that. Yeah, like that's ridiculous. If anybody have any words on that, feel free. I will go to the comments really quick. So speaking of the last story, Mohammed Shakur says, Miss Smilez, I'm surprised that you took the black woman's side with the gun. I think you should stop boxing people in and just let them give you their opinion, and then you wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? Brooklyn Honcho says they should have let that lady give her justice. I mean, I don't understand why everybody was holding her back. I don't understand what that was about. You know what I mean? After she did that, you can't vouch for it. You feel me? You can't vouch for her. At that point, if you stop her from putting hands on her, then y'all all deserve that work. You know what I mean? After what she did to that child. Brooklyn Hunter says later on, the lady who threw the kid got shot. Oh, wow.
Oh, the lady said she was going to kill her in the video too. So, wow. The lady in the green, she's like, I'm going to kill you. After they broke it up.
Right.
She said, I'm going to kill you. I was like, oh, shit.
And Mohamed Cross says, bottom line, you don't attack people's children. You just get at them. Mm-hmm. And he says, Mohamed also says, Ja was being a dick. And Virginia Slim says, looks like she's wearing scrubs. Salute to our healthcare workers handling out the beats. Yeah, salute to her. Looks like she wasn't trying to lose her job, you know what I mean? But you know, she took her there. So now we're gonna get to, you know, more of these. I guess I think these are more thought topics because they're more, you know, it's not more about violence per se. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, Casey, you sent me a video too. Is that a new video or?
I think it's old, but it just related to kind of the video her, and I didn't know she was gonna send that, but that just related to our movie. And I used to think that, like, when we did that, I thought that would be the craziest thing. Like, we was parodying stuff, and that stuff is
right
real. And I would like to say it really don't reflect on our community. This happens in poor communities. Unfortunately, people don't have respect for children. They get too angry. They act a little wild out. Unfortunately, it's over the board. They see Asians doing it, whites doing it, fighting, and they've gotten to a point where they don't respect the children. And I mean, I feel like these World Star videos, we can't really internalize them. Yeah,
but speaking of that, speaking of not internalizing the World Star videos and all that, I'm just gonna move on from the fight videos. So I'm not gonna play that, but just so people know what we're talking about, there was a video where a dude kicked somebody's child while they were fighting, and yeah, we just gonna move on from the actual fight videos because it's getting ridiculous at this point. But you know, at the same time, this audio says, okay. I see what happened. I clicked the mute on my board for the actual track that the videos are playing on. So this video, it also comes to us from World Star, but it's something I think we could laugh at. And I think there is a slight little scuffle in it, but not a real, you know, it's nothing real crazy. But apparently a woman outs her brother's fiance at a funeral. Sister expresses brother's wife, for cheating on him. And we're gonna go ahead and watch this. This is a short video. Let's see what happens. And you know, so the wife is actually the thought in this scenario. So let's see what happens.
In pain. It turns out his wife had brought a man into the house. Please, don't you dare. That's it. She brought a man into my brother's house. She brought a man into my brother's house.
Hitsane, who once said he wanted to be remembered as the Steve Jobs of tombstones, will be laid to rest on Tuesday.
Rest in peace to that man. Rest in peace to that man. But the wife brought the man into the brother's house.
Oh, when I did, don't drop on me tombstone.
I just want to say this from yesterday. Once again, that shit we saw before this actual video, that's another thing that happened in Nigga Town, aka Niggerton, where Vanessa chooses to live, right, Vanessa? That's
Facts.
Okay.
I invite all one come all.
No, we good on that.
One come all.
I'm cool on that shit. I don't want to live out there. But go ahead. So what do we have to say about bringing the man into the brother's house?
Well, I don't. I know that in regards to it may be different for Caribbean families, but in American Black families, usually what happens at a Black man's funeral is that all of his side chicks meet each other, all of the side baby mamas, the girlfriends. So when a man dies, all of the females that he's ever engaged with, that's when they find out that one was dealing with everyone. And I think that it's hilarious that this his sister put this shit on blast, and I guess the side chick or the wife was not having that shit.
But she blew up the wife, no?
Yeah, and she blew up the wife. I think that sister was holding on to this ever since he married her. I think that she's been having a vendetta against the sister. But you know, funerals are time for people to expose a lot of different things. Shit comes out at funerals, so I mean. That one, that shit was bound to happen in some way, shape, or form. If not at the funeral, then at the repast. So yes,
Right.
Sad.
All right, Mocha, your thoughts?
Right. That's sad, but I didn't really understand. Wait, so it was a guy that passed. His sister said he was the cheater or she was the cheater.
His wife. His wife was. She was exposing her brother's wife. Yeah, her sister-in-law.
She went against the code, damn it, because I knew it looked like they was close. It looked like they could have been close. They could have, had 1 or 2 drinks at a pub, something, and she was okay. Sometimes the sisters be all right with, the girlfriends seeking somebody else or, having a friend on the side or something like that. Sometimes it's okay for that.
Mocha, do you have any brothers?
Yes.
Would you be cool with that?
I was cool with one, but only because my brother trash.
Mm-hmm.
He was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So bad, so yeah, all right. And especially I was growing up. She taught me so much about, I was a young lady growing up into a young woman,
Right.
So she told me a lot. So she told me how to talk to guys and stuff like that. So yeah, she did. But then she wound up having a baby and it wasn't my brother. So that was the thing.
Okay. Casey, your thoughts on the situation?
I mean, I feel like when is it appropriate to things? I think that the woman was inappropriate. Like, we don't know what's going on in people's relationships. Sometimes people stray. Like, obviously that woman had beef. That was really not appropriate. Like, I think that dude would have been mad, like, she ruined my funeral. Like, let's say I had a relationship, my wife cheated on me, whatever happened. Don't bring that up at my funeral. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she really ruined a moment that's really supposed to be about him, and she's making it about her beef. Like, everybody has relationship issues or whatever, and there's certain things you bring up at funerals and certain things you don't. I'm not going to be at Logic's funeral like, oh, Logic still owe me $5 and guests owe me this, and you know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk about all the good things, you know what I mean? So that was just really inappropriate on the sister's part. She ruined the funeral. I could really understand why the other woman would be upset. She might have had some love for him, and now she's getting blown up in front of everybody. She's getting her business exposed for everybody because this woman had a vendetta. She could have put it on Facebook the next day. She could have just let the funeral rock. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I
right.
think that was really inappropriate on her. And
all right,
she wasn't helping the brother. She wasn't helping her family. She wasn't helping the community. She was just starting something she didn't need to start. And I can understand why. Like, obviously, I don't believe in violence, but if someone would have called me out like that at a funeral, I'd be very upset.
Nah, but then you doubling down. So why not just let her get her rocks off? Be mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you doubling, you gonna run to the stage at the funeral and cause a scene.
I'm gonna wait till we
I'm saying I don't know what I do, but I know I'd be so angry that whatever I do probably wouldn't be logical. Because I'm getting called out in front of everybody. You know how embarrassing that would be? As a cheater in front of the whole community, like all these people who might be family, friends who I know. Like, nah, like.
All right. Let's go to these comments. Kalila, good morning. Kalila says, it was did she shot you for me too? Yeah, that was funny, and that was from the earlier clip we played. Brooklyn Hunter says, Casey, I hope you're ready for this BS thought topic shit. And Internet is laughing. Ish says, yo, true player for real. And Kalila says, as she should have whipped her. So yeah. So Brooklyn Hunter says, she said what she said. And Mr. Jones says, that happened in Freedom Town. And Sean P says, sis mad she didn't bring a man for her. The sister needs to mind her business. So is that something that would make women be cool with that? Is bringing a dude for them as well?
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Yes, it looked like something. It looked like it was personal, more personal than what
Yeah, it looked like she had some beef with the sister already.
What's going on with the sister?
I'll say this.
I ain't got no man. My sister-in-law got 2 men. Damn.
I'll say this. I kind of understand not getting in a relationship issues. Like, I understand, like, all right, so say in retrospect, if I had a sister, which I have a lot of female friends that I'm super close to, like family, but I don't have a blood sister, right? But if I had a sister and I knew her man was cheating on her, knowing that she might go back to this nigga, I might have to let her find out on her own. You know what I'm saying? Versus being the one to be like, yo, you know this nigga cheating on you. Then I still got to see this nigga at the barbecue. You feel what I'm saying? So, but outside of that, you know what I mean? I don't see myself saying bring a bitch for me. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's a little extreme to be, she's cheating and you hanging out with her watching. That's a little crazy. You know what I mean? But Sean P says, Now she got her dead husband's money and a new man. Sis winning. Cha-ching. That's a good point. And Vanessa put the thumbs up. There's no thumbs up for that. I think that money should go to the family and the children. And if she was cheating,
that's his wife. That is his family.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
And who's to say she's actually cheating? Who's to, like, just
she brought a man? She brought a man to their home.
He probably was doing work. He probably was working.
He was working all right. But yo, Mr. Jones says that's poly for you. Yeah, they should just live a poly lifestyle. King Soul says this might have been the dying brother's last wish. If I die, you better expose that bumper clot bitch. That's a good point too. You know, and only she knows her brother well enough to make that decision.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones says, hell yeah, I'll step into a funeral, grab him up, saying, where's my money, fool? So yeah, salute to the comments. And now we're gonna, I don't think we have any more fight videos for the day, but we still on the thought topics. And it's a Friday, you know what I mean? It's a fuck shit Friday in a sense, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to these thought topics. And this woman is making a hell of a point for dating older women. When I say older, I believe it was women in their 40s, I believe, or late 30s. So let's check out this video right here. And it's actually, this video is going pretty viral. I've seen it on Facebook, and they posted it in our group page, and Vanessa sent it to me as well. So I just want to throw that out there. This video is trending.
From women in their 20s and 30s. Women in their 40s fuck differently from women in their 20s and 30s. It's a known fact. Okay. First of all, when you're in your 20s and 30s, you fucking with a coochie. I don't care what you said. You're fucking with a coochie. When you're in your 40s, you're fucking with a pussy. It's the difference. See, pussy don't come with problems. Coochie does. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a big difference. Coochie like drama. Pussy don't. Pussy just like to be well taken care of. You know? Pussy don't give a fuck about what you've been doing all day. You just want to make sure that home is taken care of. That's what pussy do. Pussy likes to fuck. You fuck about how many times you've been out doing you all day long. Nigga, just come in here and still hit this shit. That's all pussy want. Come be out here doing me too. Coochie will exhaust the shit out of a nigga. Asking where he at, what he doing, when he gonna be back, how many bitches he fucking, who he fucking with, who's in his phone, who's on the line. Let me see your shit. Coochie got too much time on his hands. You know, pussy humble. You know what I'm saying? All pussy wants to do is just sit back, relax, chill, have a good life. That's all pussy want. Pussy ain't really worrying about too much drama. Pussy don't want drama. A nigga know how to take good care of her, that's all. That's all pussy worried about. Nigga, go to work, go do you. I don't give a fuck who you on the phone with. I don't give a fuck what you doing in your spare time. That's just, you know, when you get in my presence, I don't give a fuck. I just care about how you treat me. That's it. That's all pussy give a fuck about. Pussy don't give a fuck about other bitches. Pussy just give a fuck about how you treat her. You know what I'm saying? You good to her. You know what I'm saying? You good to the pussy good to you. You know, when you good to Coochie started to say, why are you so good to me? Coochie don't know how to take shit and appreciate it. You know? Coochie don't know when to shut the fuck up and count her fucking blessings.
All right, there you have it. Coochie versus pussy. I guess, what was the age range she said again? In the beginning, she said
she said the girls in their 20s and 30s have coochie, and women in their 40s have pussy. I agree with this lady's points, but for me, I'm 29. I just turned 29 a couple weeks ago, and for me, why are you looking at me like that? Okay.
You very young. I'm out here like, oh, we in the same age group.
Now I'm knocking on that door. That door. I'm knocking on it.
All right,
but no, like I feel like she's absolutely right, but she could be wrong about the entire age range portion of it, because I agree with her, and that's my mindset as well. I worry about how you treat me when you're with me. I don't care about, you know, who you're talking to, what you're doing, or anything like that. And I feel like if I do have to worry about those things, then I should not be dealing with you at all. So when it comes to, you know, pussy versus coochie, I completely understand that logic. And when you have a woman who is relaxed, who is laid back, who is comfortable with themselves, you should approach her, you know, in a certain manner, and you should take care of her. You should, you know, cater to that. When you see her, you know, be completely there, be completely present and attentive. You know, when it comes to coochie, you do got a lot of girls who worry about, you know, oh, you like that bitch's picture on Facebook, or, you know, oh, I seen you looking at her, like things that are, you know, things that are minute and that don't really matter. I feel like the small things now break up relationships, and women need to start focusing on the bigger picture.
Okay. I think men are feeling you out there on that one. Queen Mocha, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, same.
Coochie versus pussy.
Yeah. I'm trying to grow up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get out of that stage of you know, I'm just trying to be a better woman for myself. So I agree with Vanessa with that.
So what are you saying, that you know what it's like to stress over the little things as well?
Yes, yeah.
I agree with you completely.
Yes, I do. And I'm trying to really, like, you know, I've been single for a couple of months now, so I'm trying to really, like, figure out where I probably could have went wrong, and those things like I being too much of a nag, maybe, you know, things like this. You know, don't put women in like
What would you nag about? What would you nag about?
Friends calling at a not appropriate time.
What's a not appropriate time?
After 12, I don't think nobody should be calling you asking you for a ride.
Yo, I mean, but you're right. So I don't think that would be nagging, because if you're calling me after 12 o'clock asking for a ride, 9 times out of 10, you know what I mean? You want to thank me.
I'm like, okay, why is this happening to me? So I have to take a step back. And when you take a step back, you start to value things of your body. And I understand what you're talking about with that. I want to value my my sugar bowl.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you on that. And that's why I said pussy is attributed to, you know, like she's like, you know, completely being present, completely a man being in the moment with the woman, not, you know, worrying about what's going on outside, not focusing on, you know, anything or anybody that's outside of just him and his lady. And that is included in, you know, not being on your phone when you're present with somebody. Like that shit is, you know, that shit is extremely important. And I feel like, you know, women who have pussy, they have men who understand how important it is for them to be present. So
yeah. So I'm just waiting for that. You know what I mean?
I understand that.
I wait. I'm okay.
All right. I'm not gonna grill you this time, but we're gonna have to ask more questions in the future. I want to hear more about this nagging stuff. I don't think you're wrong to nag about a phone call after 12 for a ride, but like,
yeah, I mean, if she's doing your hair, let it just be professional. You know what I'm saying? She don't have to ask you for, you know, you don't have to let her do your hair for free, and then now she's asking you, can you feed her? You know, a couple of days later, you know, just, you know, things like that. Don't like it. So it's like, am I freaking out for that? You know what I'm saying? Or do I say, can I ask these questions? Like, why is this person texting you? Is that wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Not if it's at 12 at night. I think that's a safe. I think that's a reasonable question, especially if it's to come out the house, right? But outside of that,
or send me an Uber, you know, send me an Uber. I'm hungry. Send me something to eat. Like this. You know, I think this is wrong. I don't think that woman, you know, or maybe she didn't know, you know, that me and him was together for 5 years. I don't know, but she still stuck around, you know, so I have to question that.
Yeah, but would you question like if he, you know, was liking pictures on Instagram or Facebook?
Nah, I don't think I would question that.
All right, cool. Casey, what's your thoughts? You're hold on, your mic is on Teddy Riley. All right, I got you.
I think it addresses, you know, mentality and age of women who have had different experiences. I think by the time the woman's 40, she might have been through several relationships. She might have children. Her focus might be on her job rather than having a type of social life, going out meeting people. So for those type of women, it might be just more about sex. They might not need to focus on a relationship or be too concerned over what that other person is doing, because they don't need to be so possessive.
That's why I get
the relationship is different level. They, you know, they might have their own thing going on. They might not introduce this dude to their kids. He might just be that for them. He might just be, so it's a mutual relationship. It's sex for them, sex for him. And as women get older, you get busier. If you got kids, a career, you don't have no time for no full-time relationship. You got no time to see who your man liking on Instagram and all that. So I feel it's a women. It's good to see her. I like her. I don't think she needs a bra. I like them out there like that. I think she was owning her sexuality as an older woman, and I thought it was dope.
Not for nothing. I've been walking out without no bra either, so I'm like, oh man, this is a new me now.
Make sure you got a little gravity if you do that. It's not for everyone. It's not a look for everyone, but a lot of my women out there, yes.
Hey, look, gravity, no gravity, let it be free. Listen. I say
some men is not into that, so it's good to see that at least. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't look at it crazy.
No, I mean, like you said, if some dudes might not like it, like that, but a lot do. So I wouldn't worry about it. I say let them hang. You know what I'm saying? They hang, whatever. Let them hang. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you like this: the majority of us, we gonna still look though. We gonna look. You know what I mean? So, Virginia Slim says, nah, redemption, let them joints be free. And anybody that's just listening to us, I just want to say it was Redemption Song who says she needs a bra on. And then we're saying let them hang or don't. You know what I mean? So I say let them hang. Virginia Slim says, nah, redemption, let them joints be free. I say let them be free too, Slim. Real talk. Redemption says, Slim, the twins are getting a lot of fresh air on this one. They need fresh air. It's healthy. I mean, it's coronavirus out here. We need fresh air. They need the fresh air. Brooklyn Honcho's eating his popcorn, watching them things swing side to side. Them things was swinging, you know what I mean? But anyway, Redemption Song says, but yeah, no lies detected. So Redemption also agrees with her in her stance. And Mike says, talk your shit. And that was earlier to Vanessa. And Khalila says, salute to the pussy. Yes, salute to the pussy. You know what I mean? I think we all can agree on that. And Shan P says, sis at her brother's funeral got coochie. The wife got pussy. And Brooklyn Hodges says, Mocha has cat complaints and calls cops. Mocha has cat complaints and calls cops. Shaking my head, but I'm available if you want to talk. And salute to Brooklyn Honcho. I got your donation on Cash App, man. I appreciate you. Let me see if there was. Go ahead, Mocha. What you saying? I was
cat. My cat died.
Oh no, that's sad. Let me see. Let me go to these Cash App really quick. So yeah, salute to Grapes to Sleep, aka Sleazy Aki, for the donation. Salute to you. And salute to Brooklyn Honcho for that donation. I appreciate you, boss. Real talk. And King Soul says, yo, Logic, what you doing? Run that last video back. Keep it on loop. Let them hear that fire again. And Smile69 says, let them hang. Yeah, let them hang. You know what I mean? And King Soul says, no bra. We like it like that. Spanish voice singing. We like it like that. So yeah, there you have it. So ladies, you should know that we are not as we don't care. We don't care. Like, let them hang. Like all the homies are saying. So and my thoughts on coochie versus pussy, I'm gonna definitely say no stress is definitely the way to go. But at the same time, you know, when I was younger, dating girls that were, you know, around my age that were young, because I always dated up. I always liked to date women that was at least a year or two older than me, even when I was younger. But even obviously when I was in my 20s, I was still dating women that were in their mid-20s or 30s or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'll say this, you know, if you were giving me stress, then I just wasn't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it wouldn't be no time to, you know, debate. You feel me? If I felt like it was too much of a stressful situation, if I got to argue with you too much and all that, it's a dub. You know what I mean? Off top. So that's what that is. So we're going to go to an article that comes to us from Vlad TV. Oh, King Soul says real talk and Redemption is laughing. So we're going to go to an article that comes to us from Vlad TV. And this is about OnlyFans. So apparently women been hustling on OnlyFans, and which we know, you know, OnlyFans, they definitely got to promote that shit. You know what I mean? Go hard. But however, there are women who are making money with false advertisement. Let's just say that. So there was a woman, and this is one of the older articles we didn't get a chance to get to. It's not that old, but it's older. And it says OnlyFans changes policy following Bella Thorne $200 fake nude backlash. And they go on to say previously it was reported that Bella Thorne made $1 million from OnlyFans in 24 hours and made $2 million since the launch of her profile on the site. Since then, OnlyFans has changed its payments policies, which has affected many creators and sex workers on the site. Many believe the site is linked to Bella Thorne. Many believe the change is linked to Bella Thorne joining the website, but OnlyFans said there is no link to policy changes in her joining the site. But the reason why people think that is because she actually was swindling people with these fake nudes, and she made so much. And with that being said, the changes in OnlyFans, if anybody wants to know, if anybody out there has an OnlyFans or want to know about the changes and they don't, or thinking about starting one, this is what the changes are. The changes to OnlyFans payment policy now limits the amount that creators can charge for exclusive content to $50, while the amount creators can be tipped has been limited to $100. The backlash against Bella Thorne has arrived after she allegedly charged $200 for a pay-per-view photo of a fake nude photo that turned out to be her in lingerie. And what's your thoughts on this woman fucking the game up, Vanessa?
I don't even think it's her fucking the game up in a sense, because this is the thing. I feel like it's an open field for people to put out whatever they want. If dudes loved her that much and they, they thought she was nude and then they paid for something and she wasn't, then that's still on them. You love this woman that much that you paid $200 for it. But also at the same time, false advertisement is false advertisement.
She asked him to pay $200, B?
To see it, right. That's the only problem that I have with this. If you told your fans, I'm going to be on this site nude, and you pay this amount of money, $200 to see me nude, and they pay $200 and they don't get a nude photo, that's just the same thing as going to Walmart. You paying $200 for a TV that don't work. I feel like that in and of itself is wrong. Now, there's other profiles that are out there, not Bella Thorne's, but there's other women who have like ass shaking videos, and they on Instagram, they're showing themselves in bikinis, and they're like, subscribe to my OnlyFans. And some guys, they'll subscribe and they get disappointed when they get to these sites and there is no porn, there is no nudity. But you subscribe to the site for that girl. You subscribe to the site because you like who that girl is. So I feel like OnlyFans is misleading in a sense, because they promote themselves as an open platform. They don't say like, oh, this website is strictly for nudity, this website is strictly for pornography. So when you have sites like that, you leave an open, wide range for things. For me, I do have an OnlyFans, but people who know and who follow me, they know that they're getting adult content. They know what they're getting when it comes to me.
But V, you said she wasn't fucking the game up, but she charged $200 for a fake dude. Niggas is not about to spend $200 again after getting got.
Yo, clearly, all she needs is for them to spend it that one time.
Yeah, but
she good.
But there's other women who need them to spend $200.
That's true. That's always going to be the case. So there's always going to be other women who need it more. Or I wish I would have came up on $1 million of OnlyFans. I make a decent amount, but it's not $1 million.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking the game up. That's fucking the game up, yo.
No, I can't say it's fucking a game up, because honestly, it is what it is. When it comes to entertainment comes in various different forms. Some people think that a nude picture is not entertainment for them, so they won't pay for that. Some dudes will look at Bella Thorne and they be like, I ain't paying for that shit. Or $200 for some dudes might be too much, But I feel like OnlyFans, their platform is set up to be for different content creators. People who have music, they go on OnlyFans. People who have, all different training videos go on OnlyFans. So OnlyFans is not regulated to just nudity or pornography. That's what it's started to become known for, but that's not what it's originally made for. Now you go to X videos, or if you go to ManyVids,
right,
or you go to Pornhub, you know that those sites are for nudity. You know that those sites are for pornography. So when you go to those sites, you know what you're getting. And OnlyFans, they made it so open. That's why this is allowed.
Listen, I get where you come from. My only thing is she fucking the game up when you charging people $200 for something they're not going to get. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but I understand what you're saying. Like, if a dude, obviously, if he spent $200 on a nude, he has it like that. But at the same time, you're not going to do it again. So you know what I'm saying? So she's she's fucking up the validity of the actual the service. You know what I mean?
Not of the service. She fucks it up for herself. Because
No. Listen. People don't think like that. I know you think you would like to think people think like that, but if somebody gets in an Uber and they have a super bad experience, they might go to Lyft, even though it's no difference. It's all just random people that have an app. You know what I mean? But people are gonna say, I'm not going there anymore. Or, I'm not going to this business anymore. So I feel like she's fucking it up. But we could beat a dead horse all day. But Casey, what's your thoughts? $200 for a nude that's not there. What's your thoughts?
You deserve to get got. If you paying $200 for nude, all this pornography on the internet just because of some girl you watch as a Disney person, you're probably a pedophile. You was probably waiting for these nudes when she was 15, 16. They deserve to get got. And shout out to OnlyFans giving sex workers a way to make money, keep their money. You know what I'm saying? All that should be legalized. I don't know, man. It's like, what the real nude? Are the titties when they jack off? Can they tell? Like, what's the real deal? And like, 200 for a nude. Like, what?
Oh, Casey, this girl was a Disney star. You said or something like that. Oh, so that's what is a bunch of rich niggas who
rich person probably was watching her when she was a kid growing up, and now they're like, oh, they couldn't wait till she was old enough to see her, and now they trying to get it. Let them lose their money.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I mean, it is a platform, but again, it's not going to reflect all our OnlyFans. It's her rating. You know what I mean? Like, she'll have a 1 rating, so everyone will know not to buy her, news off her. But another entrepreneurial sex worker who got a good rating, who engages with a fan in a good way, people will see that, and then they'll know they're not getting ripped off.
Does OnlyFans have ratings, V?
They don't have ratings, but it's like they do have likes for videos, and people can send you messages and stuff like that.
Okay, so they can see how many likes was on the video. I mean,
right? They can see how many likes was on your post, and also depending on how often you post or how much you're making, they put you in a certain percentage, like of top whatever creators. And so how that's set up, when you go to the OnlyFans, like their Twitter page or their Instagram page, sometimes they will promote you on their platform as well, depending on how well your own page is doing.
Okay, Mocha, your thoughts?
I'm just learning about OnlyFans. I didn't know that. I thought it was just like a Pornhub. I didn't know anything about it. And like now you guys are really opening it up for me. It's wrong that she did something like this, but then at the same time, damn, you was following her. You was fiending so much to pay $200, and then you get this fake boob. It's like, oh well, you get what you deserve, but then at the same time, it's not putting OnlyFans in a good light. It's not.
All right, so I'm gonna say this, Casey. Okay, he's gone. So I'll pose this to all the men in the audience, and you can chime in during this.
I'm just moving. I just gotta put my charger in, so I'm just moving.
I got you. I'm gonna pose this question to all the men in the audience. Obviously, the majority of us, if any of us at all, I don't think any of us in this chat or in this watching the show would pay $200 for a nude. But if there was a woman you would pay $200 for a nude, and let's just assume the nude is everything, like it's everything you want to see. Let's say it's a couple nudes or a few nudes, right? Is everything you want to see. You know what I mean? Whatever you like to see on a woman, you get to see all of that. Who would you pay $200 to see a nude from? And I just pose that to all the men in the chat as well as Casey. And then you can think about that unless you know off the top of your head.
I'd pay for more chestnut.
Really like is already naked. My favorite show, P Valley. You know what I mean? With the strippers, they have 3 of the most beautiful black women they have on that show, and they're already naked. So that's my 3 crushes right there. So my 3 crushes is strippers showing everything on TV already. So it's hard to say like right now who I'd like to see, because most women is showing it, and I know what breasts look like.
But it's who you would. So it's not who's already naked. It's who you would. So it sounds like you need more time to think about it. But V says you would pay $200 to see who?
More chestnut.
Okay, and Mocha, I guess this could be a unisex question.
But it has to be in person though. I don't want a nude picture. I need to see him 200 in person. I'm not taking a picture.
What about a Skype call?
Nah. I need him in front of me.
All right, Mocha
It'd
thought.
probably be the real Tarzan for me right now.
Who?
The real Tarzan.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but okay. All right, so I'm gonna go to these comments. Let me see.
You know who I like? Cash Doll.
Who's that?
She's a Detroit female rapper from Detroit.
Okay, so you would pay
She's
$200.
also in that movie I really like, Buffed Up, with all them Detroit dudes who make the movies.
Yeah. I think it's Moolah Films or something like that.
Yep.
She's you was paid $200 to see her nude. That's what you're saying?
If I would pay anybody, it would be her. I probably wouldn't pay for nobody, but if they were like, "Yo, you need this 200, you need a there."
All right, so I'm gonna go to these comments. HB2N says, I pay Michelle Obama $200. I'm trying to see them elephant titties. Aha, see? It's a thinking man right there. Kelso says, I am going to pay Dream Dolls. I'm going to pay Dream Dolls $30K booking fee and smash when I run up my bag, though. Can't front respectfully. There you go. All right. And Kelso says also, I take that 200, go to DR. Yeah, he said, I take that 200, go to DR and buy a family first. Fuck that. Or buy I don't know what you mean by family first, but I think I get the sentiment. You know what I mean? Your money go further in DR than it would on OnlyFans. I get that. Brooklyn Honcho says Mocha rubbing her hands and chin to the OnlyFans thing. You know what I mean? So Mocha, how much would you have to make to join OnlyFans if that's the case? How much would you need to see for you to do something like that? For you to join?
I don't know at this point. Yeah, I really don't even know what I would be exposed at that time. I don't know. I'm just learning about this. I don't know.
That's not an answer, but I take it. I'll take it. All right, no doubt. King Slow says Virginia Slim is called pimping. Yo, if she had real work and came to a block taxing on some with bullshit, she would get body bag. 2 mil. Miss Smile is confused. And Kelso says the only people who pay 200 for pictures are in a different class than the average OnlyFans trick. She ain't fucked the game up. Tricking ain't dead. All right, that's a good point. Kelso
dead. Tricking ain't dead, and these men is out here tricking on Uber Eats and all of that. They doing it.
Okay. Kelso says, top of the morning, good people. Top of the morning, Kelso. Always good to see Kelso in the comments. You know what I mean? And Kelso also says, respect the jooks, little horny niggas. Respectfully. I guess we do got to respect the jooks. I just don't want her to fuck the game up for other women coming behind her. HB.
No, I just have to make a point. Niggas who stepped on crack didn't fuck the game up for the crack game. Niggas still was buying crack.
Yeah, but that's not a good comparison because there's not free crack out there. You know what I mean? Like you can go on Pornhub for free. You know what I'm saying? So people are trying to, see who they want to see, and you know what I mean? Like I think like the OnlyFans thing, the appeal for OnlyFans, I was talking to my homegirl about this the other day, is like if somebody's watching somebody say Instagram for long enough and there's no pictures of them nude, but they're in the bikini, they're in the lingerie, they're teasing all day, and it's like, yo, this girl is bad as shit. I want to see her nude. And you know what I mean? Then that's what will make somebody finally give in and be like, fuck it, she got OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Let me see it there. But that don't mean you can't go see porn for free. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not free.
But that's the misconception. It's not about the porn, because there, like you said, there is porn out there for free, but everybody doesn't want to see what's on there. That's why, some people do, some people don't. People pay for the girl. You're paying for what that girl specifically is offering.
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, all right, so let's say like this, it's still not a good comparison because there's not no free version of crack that's a little lighter than the fucking shit that hit harder. You know what I mean? Because niggas could smoke the free version all day versus, you know what I mean? We're talking about smoking crack right now. We're bugging. But what I'm saying is she's fucking the game up for people that come behind her. And the reason we got on the crack analogy is because V said, just because people had bad, work in the day don't mean people wouldn't buy work in general. I think she fucking the game for people behind her. I don't know. But
it's all about that. If she might be fucking her game up, but if another crack seller is consistently coming with that work, they're gonna come to him. He got the real. So, and that's the thing about the internet, is it's not really about the platform so much. Because just because I lie on Facebook, that's not on Facebook. That's on me. If I'm selling bootleg nutcrackers on Facebook, you know what I mean? and people get poisoned to death. That's on me. That's not on Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not, but if
Facts. I'm glad he said that, because now what Bella Thorne is going to do, she's going to take all of those people who were paying for her page. She has now redirected those fans to people who are actually putting out porn videos, people who are actually putting out new videos. Niggas who subscribe to that, they gonna be like, you know what, man, fuck this bitch. I'm not gonna keep the subscription. I paid it one time. I'm not gonna have it recurring on my card. I'm gonna go subscribe to this bitch's side who's busting it wide open now.
I think it's a personal thing, but I think different. If I know somebody, or me personally, called liquor poison from a nutcracker, like Casey and his analogy, he brought it. I'm not buying nutcrackers no more. It's a dub. You know what I mean? I remember I had food poisoning from Mexican food in California. The rest of the time of me living in California, I stopped eating Mexican food. And I knew it was in my head, but at the same time, I still related it to that bad experience. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, HB2N said, the inkles and unhappy married men be snitching on all these women's hustles. I mean, if you get caught for $200, I'm snitching on you. I'm all under your fucking your Instagram. Don't sign up to this bitch. I'm going in on her. HB2S says, I don't feel bad for simps. You pay for pussy, you'll be disappointed one way or another. Virginia Slim says, damn, I didn't know eating off simps was lucrative. I mean, that's the the oldest profession, they say. So King Soul says, real talk, those bras cause breast cancer for real, to go back to the other situation. So yeah, free them, let them hang. And let me see. HB2N says, yeah, free the nipple. HB2N says, this BBW girl wanted me to shoot for her OnlyFans, just sucking me off. But I have too many tattoos. Maybe if she paid me.
So we had a mutual friend, Logic, and his girlfriend caught a picture of someone else on his, and he told her, he was like, that's not even that's my man. My man, I gave the phone, my phone to my man. He was taking pictures. That's not even mine. She was like, I know your dick.
Yeah, so HB2N, I mean, if you got a lot of tattoos, the only person that's going to know is probably the women that been with you. So unless you in a relationship, maybe you might want to go ahead and get sucked off, bro. You know what I mean? But maybe, tell her like, yo, I need a cut of that video. Tell her to make that video where they got to pay and get a cut of that video. It's no different than any other type of video production. You feel me? And maybe you can make a song for her shit, HB2N. HB2N is a dope artist, in case anybody doesn't know. Go to his page. He got a lot of dope songs. Virginia Slim says, go ahead and start a Uber smash. Order the hoes, and they come to your place with the convenience of a mobile app. Hey, man.
Great idea. I'm about to copyright that.
I think that's
how it is with weed now. Weed was illegal. I think sex work should be legal. I think and convenient and safe. You know what I mean?
That was Backpage. They had to shut that shit down.
It wasn't legal though. It
was semi.
Oh, but the app. When you speak of an app wise, right?
Right.
Like you can sell weed on Craigslist. That don't mean it's legal. Or you can sell crack on Craigslist. Don't mean it's legal.
All right. So Brooklyn Honcho says, Vanessa, I'll join your OnlyFans just to support you and research purposes only. I believe Vanessa's Smilez OnlyFans is onlyfans.com/ what is it, V or Vanessa?
I put it in the comments. Vanessa Smilez with a Z.
Okay, Vanessa Smilez with a Z. From Brooklyn Honcho is up there. And King Soul says, exactly, Casey, but you gotta have the work. And it sounds like I want to hear sell more crack than you right now. We end up talking a lot about crack just now. And there's the link for you, Brooklyn Honcho. Sleazy Aki says product is better than talent. And interesting. And HB2N says facts. And Sleazy Aki, thank you for that donation, by the way. And HB2N says sex work should have been legal. And I don't know too much about it, but I know in certain places in the country it actually is.
Nevada.
I guess
in Nevada where they have the bunny ranch, it's legal in Nevada.
Okay, so to stick to the OnlyFans subject for a while, OnlyFans changed it. Okay, so we already looked at this, but there's another article going on about OnlyFans that started trending that I thought was pretty interesting, and I wanted to know I want to know the ladies' opinions on this. And this is about a lady who was a mechanic and lost her job because she had an OnlyFans. Like the two, like it even should matter. You know what I mean? So this says her colleagues watch. This comes to us, first of all, from BuzzFeed News. And they say her colleagues watch her OnlyFans account at work, where bosses found out and then they fired her. And they say in a recording, the young mechanic's boss can be heard telling the OnlyFans account might encourage her coworkers to approach you with unwanted sexual comments. Oh, aha. That actually is a good point, though. And then he says they go on to say a promising young mechanic at a Honda dealership in Indiana was fired from her job after management learned she was making amateur porn outside of work using her platform OnlyFans. Christian Vaughn, 24, told BuzzFeed News she was on track of becoming the first woman master technician at Don Aris Honda dealership in Fort Wayne when she was abruptly let go from her job after colleagues discovered her account on OnlyFans, a social media site where people can pay to subscribe to private content, which is commonly used for adult material. And they go on to say Vaughn said after she mentioned her account on Instagram stories, coworkers began watching her videos together at the workplace and then sexually harassing her. But instead of punishing her colleagues, she said management blamed her for making an OnlyFans account. Okay, this is getting interesting. And they quote her saying, if the guys just would have watched the porn at home, none of this would have happened, she said. But instead of looking at it like, hey, the guys are kind of creepy, she said, hey, the guys are kind of creepy. It's, oh, well, you're the girl that brought this to their attention and you're responsible. So that's how they looked at it. She's saying, they quoted her saying that's how they looked at it, excuse me. And then they say Vaughn was fired in mid-February, but her story went viral after she posted about it on Twitter. And this is her Twitter post where she's showing how great at her job she is. And it's a 44-second video, and I'll just let it play. And we can actually just discuss this. I think we heard enough. V, what's your thoughts on this? Your mic is on Teddy Riley.
I understand this woman's feelings, and I also understand the business's point of view at the same time. I was in this situation as well with another job, but I was not fired for it. They actually fired the young lady who was watching my stuff and telling people about my videos. But I had ended up quitting because I got into it with a manager. So that I had quit before the girl was fired, but I had found out later on that the girl was fired. But from Honda's point of view, the only justification that they could have fired her on, I believe, is that she would be misrepresenting the company. And companies, they usually do fire people, whether it's for pornography or if somebody says something racist on their platform. You know, a company has a right to choose who's going to represent them inside and also outside of work. Now, on the flip side, I feel like they were wrong for firing her just because other people are sexually harassing. No, those people should not be sexually harassing her, and that's inappropriate to bring up to a workplace. Now, if you want to fire her because she's not representing the company in the way that you would like, or that the way that you would pay her for, then I completely get that. But to fire her because of sexual harassment coming from other employees, no, that's not her fault. That is the other employee's fault, that they can't keep their dick in their pants when they at work.
Facts. Mocha, your thoughts?
Feel a little sad for her a little bit, but you know, companies don't, especially Honda's pretty big for a company. So for her to get fired from them, I mean, listen, if she's walking home and this guy just can't help himself and he gotta say something to her, he gotta disrespect her, or it could lead to something. So I mean, I'm on the fence about it too, because I understand what Honda means. It's a liability. Something could really, really happen. Men could get really, really irate when a girl says no, just check me on my OnlyFans. They could, you know, it could go left. So maybe it's probably best that she leaves that company. Yo, too much people was getting to know her in that manner and not knowing her for her work. So maybe she takes it to another, you know, take her work somewhere else. She could be successful.
Casey, your thoughts on this woman being fired for having the OnlyFans and men watching it on the job?
It's interesting because, you know, during my time is working, I worked as a science teacher, and I had a risky video on BET Uncut. And at the time, like, some of the kids were seeing it, it was getting around to some of the teachers, some of the students, and coming back reflecting on me, you know, because it's a separate persona. And obviously it's very different when you're a teacher, right? When you're a teacher, the kids is looking up to you on this, and she didn't have that same relationship. But I think you got to be very careful as a woman, whatever you share, because it will become part of your professional and public life. And regardless if you get fired or you're not, people will look at you different once they know seen you being smashed from the back, or they seen parts from you when they work with you. So that's why I think I understand why they would look at it different. They might be wrong for firing her, you know what I mean? But that's a kind of reality, the perception of who you are. Like, if you're a neo-Nazi in one world, not that I'm not saying like being a porn star or anything like a neo-Nazi, but if you're something in another world, it's going to reflect who you are in that world. So I understand why. I think anyone should be able to do what they want in their private lives. But now in the internet, where everyone get doxxed, find your background, it's going to be real difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would really depend on the job. Like, if I had a secretary and she's my professional secretary, and I want her coming in and everyone's talking to her, and I find out she got an OnlyFans, I might let that secretary go, even though that might not be right, because now people are going to come visit me in my office looking at her. They might feel a certain way, like, oh, he probably just smashing too. So it's a difficult line, but I do understand why she was fired. Not that it's right.
Mocha, go ahead.
I'm sorry, men come out they come out their face sometimes, and it may just turn left. That's the only thing. It could just go left, and I see why they fired her.
So initially, when I read the part where they spoke about the guy being worried about the sexual harassment on the job, I was like, okay, I get it, right? Because, you know, that can fall back on the actual company, right? Where they can end up suing the company, you know, whether he tries to stop it or not. I actually know a friend of mine, a really close friend of mine, who was sexually harassed at her job. And when I say she came up off of this shit, she came up. You know what I mean? Like, she's she's in those that bracket now. You know what I'm saying? Like, she came up off of this situation because it was a really big company, and salute to her. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I would be nervous of that type of situation, right? But then when she brought up the fact that they were watching it on the job and they weren't reprimanded, it's like, yo, you're watching porn on the job. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's beyond a sexual harassment orientation at this point, or a workshop. It's like, yo, you need to be suspended for watching this fucking porn on a job. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's a hard choice, I guess, as well, and not too much of a hard choice, but it's a choice nevertheless, because now you gotta, am I gonna let go of like these 4 dudes or this one female? You know what I'm saying? So right, because I mean, it could be a number game. You could be like, well, am I going to let off 4 employees or 1? You know what I mean? Or the multiple employees versus the 1? Or do I keep them all on and hope that, 1, these motherfuckers stop violating, and that she doesn't get harassed? Because you can't control people. You know what I mean? Like, you can't control people. So with that being said, I mean, I think I would like to think I would have been prone to try to like maybe bring them all together and say, look, this shit got to end. You can't be looking at this shit on the job, and I hope you're not promoting this shit on the job. Okay, you're not, cool. You feel me? But at the same time, like, you can't afford that lawsuit. You know what I mean? Especially in the time and age we in now, you can't afford that lawsuit. I think the whole Honda might have lost a chain off of that lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, V.
No, I was gonna say, like, I really think that those gentlemen should have been reprimanded, and it's also always about how the female's carrying herself. For me, when I'm at work, I am a completely different person from what my adult entertainment shows to be out there. People, I do not talk about anything in regards to me being in adult entertainment. I don't refer to it. I don't promote it. I do not mention it at all. Right. Like, and this is the thing, when someone else decides to bring that up, that is on them. And when I was working at the airport, I was working at JFK, and I had a young lady who pulled up my video, and I had to overhear this, that she was showing this to other people, and she got fired because she pulled it up on her own and started showing it to like 2 other guys at the job. The other guys didn't get fired, but the company, they fired her because that was inappropriate workplace behavior. And for me, I didn't get fired. I was still working there. I was completely fine. I ended up quitting like months later because I had gotten into an argument with one of the managers about something completely different. But my job, they didn't say anything to me. They didn't bring me into the office. I found out why she got fired from other employees. Right. So I feel like when it comes to workplace behavior, it should be standard and it should be respected. Those guys had no business watching porn in the office. Porn is out there. Somebody is going to be in a porn video. Somebody is going to be doing something inappropriate. I don't think that person should be at fault for it, especially if they're not bringing that to their workplace. And by the looks of it, that lady doesn't seem like she looked like she's doing her job. She looked like she's focused on her job. I'm not saying that she, didn't, bring her OnlyFans into her workplace, but
no, they said it was just on her IG. So they kind of found it. And and
that's the thing. If you're giving out your IG to people who you work with, people are going to put two and two together. I don't even do that at my job. I'm not giving out my IG. I don't give out any information about my personal life. When I go to work, work is work. And I feel like people who are in the adult entertainment industry, you have to run that fine line. You have to be careful because of things happening like this. So I think one, she should have been more careful. And two, those guys should have been reprimanded for bringing up inappropriate things at the workplace.
I agree wholeheartedly. Let me see. And we got to talk about where you was at JFK, because that's actually where my homegirl was at when that situation happened.
Yeah.
But let me see. HB2N says, see, I'm not feeling that. Niggas be hating. Yeah, they definitely was hating. Because you know that. Because first of all, to watch that shit on the job, what are you watching that shit on the job for? You know what I'm saying? Like, either you're watching it on the job so you can look at it and look at her and ridicule her, or objectify her, or talk to the homies about it, that. So they definitely was some haters, you know what I mean?
And me not for saying nothing, but there's a lot of misogynist men out there, and that's a given. So women should kind of know coming into the workplace, at least know what's coming on. If you have that, there might be some misogynist men in the workplace who will do that. And I'd like to change those men and say, men, don't do that. But unfortunately, a lot of women would like to sex shame women, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of time, a woman doesn't even need to have an OnlyFans. She could have done something with a boyfriend in private. That gets on the internet, and then now they're ashamed with it too. And that's a real big deal. And women do get lawsuits off stuff like that. So I do think if she's smart, she could sue.
Yeah, she can sue either way. You're right. You know what I mean? So I think, speaking of my earlier point, which is that I understand why I thought I understood until I heard the part that they were watching it on the job, why the boss even thought like that. But the boss didn't think that far ahead, because she could still sue. You know what I mean? So it's like he needs to but speaking of that leads us to the next comment from Kelso. Says boss tried to avoid a sexual harassment suit. I respect it. Now he opened himself up to get sued for discrimination against women. Yeah, exactly. Right. That's on point. That's on point. HB2N says, I bet she was doing scenes at the job too. Laugh out loud, probably stuck a wrench up her coochie.
Yeah, I mean, in that video, the way she put it down and was working on stuff, it looked like she was, she put her tongue out, So, and it's a male dominant place, a field that she's in. You know what I'm saying? So of course she's gonna be objected to some type of sexual something in a sense. And somehow she got really comfortable with them. That's what happened. That's a coworker. She got comfortable.
Right. Virginia Slim says she should have made her shit private and blocked anyone from work. As long as she didn't claim any affiliation with her job, she would have been good. Yeah, she should have, like Vanessa said, she should have kept that fine line. She should have been more, more, what's the word I'm looking for? More, she should have played it safe, but she should have been more intentional about how she promoted her stuff. You know what I mean? She should have known, like, look, I can't have people from work on this, so I'm going to not let anybody from work on my actual Instagram. Yeah, I agree with that. But sometimes, unfortunately, especially when you're young, you just do dumb shit. And she was a little younger. You know what I mean? I think they said she was like 24 or something like that. So HB2N says, I wish America was free. It's like nobody can do anything anymore. And I feel your pain on that. And HB2N says, I'd rather fire the men who can't control themselves. I get more sales having an OnlyFans worker being a tech at my dealership. Now you're thinking. Since a thinking man, HB2N, that's a thinking man. So with that being said, we're going to stick on the OnlyFans situation. And this is another story I seen trending earlier last week. And apparently this woman is not the only one who got fired for her OnlyFans. But at the same time, I want to also point out, I just want to say up front that I couldn't find this story on other websites. I seen it trending. I seen the picture trending, but I couldn't find it on other websites. So I say that to say I don't know if it's an absolute true story. It could be a swindle, and I'll tell you why. But at the same time, the story comes to us from JordanThriller.com, and it says Latina high school teacher fired after students find her OnlyFans account. And it's a really short write-up, and they basically say a Latina high school teacher was fired after students found her OnlyFans account. The Latina teacher was fired for OnlyFans account by a California school district. The teacher wasn't making enough from her low teaching salary and decided OnlyFans was the best option for a second job. Things got bad when students found the Latina high school teacher OnlyFans account, and it went viral. She was fired shortly after. So we kind of spoke about this, but this is a twist. This is a teacher. This is her students finding it. Casey spoke about students earlier finding his white girls video. That was an uncut video that only played at 3 a.m. on BET Uncut. But Vanessa, what do you think about her particular job and what she got fired for?
I think that this is actually right, and this is just. She deserves to be fired. For me, because I know of the industry that I dealt in, I know what professions to not be involved in. I'm not going to be involved with people's children outside of my own, family members' kids or my own. These things have a fine line. These things will eventually show up. That's close to even also someone who's a sexual predator. Why would they go and apply to be at a school? You're attached to a sexual nature. Kids find out things, So, I think that she knew she was toting that fine line, and she knew that, she probably would eventually be fired. You can't possibly think that it's going to be okay to have adult content and people who you don't know are going to be okay with you handling their children. You got to understand society's climate. And for me, I chose to stay away from certain jobs because I know the climate of society. I'm not going to go apply to be no teacher. I'm not going to go, apply to be in any kind of school district because I know how people think and I know how people associate things.
Casey?
No, I think that's right. And I think if I would have no problem if I go check in TSA and I find out my TSA work phone, I'm like, oh, wow, I seen her TSA. That's wild. Ooh, and I wouldn't think none of it. I'm like, that's cool. She working too. That's a good side hustle. But let's say, if I had one of my nephews, nieces, teachers, find out they're doing that. And the problem right now with the internet is you're going to get found out. And kids do not need to get exposed to that. And they get interested. They're going to Google their teachers, find out about them. And they're going to have they're going to look at you differently. They're not going to have the same level of respect. And they're also going to be exposed to a level of sexuality, depending on the age that they normally wouldn't. So, yeah, I believe there are certain professions where it's appropriate for women to be sex workers as a side hustle. And there's certain, especially when it goes on video, or you know what I'm saying? So there's certain professions where, yeah, go ahead, be a sex worker, porn star, OnlyFans, whatever. Instagram model, and then other professions where it might not be as appropriate because your public persona is attached to your job persona, and you find that out. It's hard to separate them sometimes.
Mocha, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, this is a situation where it's sad for her because these kids at high school, they are a bit older. They know what's going on. They are, it's not like she's dealing with, younger kids. But they still are of an age that's why this is not appropriate. This is not appropriate for them to find out. But I wonder how they found out. Is she giving out the Instagram? Are they just finding her? How did they find out?
It just takes one person. It takes a parent. A parent could have been like this, and then a student, and
just told on
high school kids is watching porn already.
Yeah, they watching porn. So it's like
kids watching porn already. So I got to take the one perverted kid to share it with another kid, and then next thing you know, the whole high school finds out. So
sad.
Kelso says, can't compare sex work to a predator. That's unfair. She's at fault for allowing it to be tied to her so closely. OnlyFans links are specific, and if her students found it, she was moving sloppy as fuck. And HB Toy says, see, now when it comes to kids, she needs to be in jail. Porn and kids don't mix. Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I think that was a great point. as far as like Vanessa making that point that she probably shouldn't be working with kids. And I also thought it was a great point when Kelso said she probably was being sloppy as fuck. And you know, speaking of this, like I said, I couldn't find this story on any other platform. I just seen people taking screenshots of the actual article and putting it out there. So I just want to put it out there as a disclaimer. It could be just all a promo stunt for her actual OnlyFans. And this, I actually found her Twitter. I found her Twitter, but not another story of it. So she definitely was going hard promoting her shit. And get this, it's under at least her first name. I don't know if her last name is the same, but it's under her name.
She has her real name on there?
Well, it's a name. It's not like a stripper name. It's Denise Rose. So it's like,
and what's her legal name?
I don't know. I think I found this because that's what everybody.
Oh my God. I really hope that this girl did not do that. Because if that is the case, she set herself up. If you putting your legal name on your adult, you know, pages, and you're giving people your IG at work, you're putting things in a pot to, you know.
Yeah, so I definitely think
people really do this in order to promote themselves. This really happened.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying that if it is a false story, they might have just did it just to promote her page. I don't know. Kelso says fake news to advertise her OnlyFans. Genius. I respect it. And
could be.
And HB2S says, "Oh, she loose. Yeah, definitely loose. You know what I'm saying? In this scenario, she definitely was moving sloppy as fuck." And speaking of teachers and students, Monday we're gonna come back with a whole lot of stories based on school. I know right now V gotta go and Mocha has some homeschooling to do and some things to do. You know, so rearing towards the 11 o'clock hour. And we did start a little late. That's on me. I've been staying up really late, making things happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, on the self-employment side of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely had some you know, accounts land on my table that I need to take care of. But we will come back earlier in the day on Monday, and we're going to speak about the young man who was arrested for having a toy gun on his live. We're going to speak about the teacher, the pedophile, the teacher who is receiving a lesser bond. A lot of things are happening via school. Trump is threatening to fire teachers if they talk about certain history. You know what I mean? So there's a lot to get into when it comes to, like, you know, schooling is concerned. And let me go to these comments as well. Mills Lane says, "I put my OnlyFans link on LinkedIn." What's the problem? And Virginia Slim says, "Play those Mankind joints, no doubt." And Kelso says, "Shout out to the parents dropping their children off to these COVID cesspools every day. Hashtag mandatory vaccination." And yeah, I mean, speaking of that, that shit is ridiculous. You know what I mean? If y'all want to speak on that really quick, feel free. Mocha, I know you homeschool now. You want to speak about this? These people taking their children.
Even her school asked me, "Sure, not this month. How about next month?" They want them to come back to the schools. They really do. But nah, till they get this stuff under the policy better, she's not going back.
I agree. My son will not be going to his school this year in person this year as well. I know Casey, I know you don't have any children. Vanessa, you don't have any children yet. But how do you guys feel about people sending their children to school in this craziness?
I have a lot of parents who are friends, or friends who are parents, and I've seen them raise their kids a long time. So I feel on both ends there is the danger of, you know, them possibly getting affected, but also, you know, kids need to be in school. Kids need to socialize. They need to have activities. A lot of these children been cramped up in houses for 6 months, haven't been doing the necessary socialization, playing sports, necessary activity that children have, kind of impeding their childhood. So I realize there's a risk and a pro and a con of you know, sending the children to school or keeping it at home. And I realize the desire to go each way. But you know what I'm saying? I don't got kids, so I don't really gotta really think too hard about that. And I really
Would you send your child back to school in this? If you did?
Really depend on where. It would depend on how crowded the school system was. It would depend on my economic situation. You know what I mean? A lot of private schools is going like half. I'd be comfortable in small class sizes. So it really have to depend on the school.
All right,
and the situation. And if I'm working full time, I would love to have a situation like after school system. If I'm working from home and I'm working from home, I'll be like, all right, I still believe my children need to socialize. My man got a kid not my son's age or my daughter's age. He got a hair. So let's set up a little homeschool. I'll teach while that other parents work. You know what I mean? They work while they're. So that's what I would, if I had the freedom to do, I would keep small class sizes within the money. If I'm working full time, it might be really hard. You know what I'm saying? If I'm working, especially if I'm not working from home.
Or if you're not self-employed.
Back to work. I might say I might have to make that risk because what are the other options?
Right. Like I said, or if you're not self-employed, like in the scenario you're raising, I mean, that works, but both parents will have to be self-employed and be able to work from home or have a job where, you know, you're not risking your child catching.
My situation would be, my idea would be like, even if I work from, I might be like the teacher for 3 days of the week. Your son's my son's age. You're for 2 days of the week. So you're working, we working. Your wife comes in, she might be teaching, you know, at the university 4 days a week, but she can come in and have a nice little sociology presentation for one. You know what I'm saying?
Right. V, you want to answer that?
Yeah, I just wanted to say really quickly, I have a lot of friends and family members who do have younger children, and honestly, some of them, I talk to them on the phone and they're just like, they're upset that certain schools are not opening. They want to get their kids out the house. They tired of them running around. They tired of them messing everything up. But also, I feel like the schools haven't done enough to ensure the safety of children. And I really think it's the school's responsibility. Yes, children do need to be in school and they do need to have that social interaction with other children. But the only reason why a lot of parents are not putting their kids back in school is because it's not ready yet. It's not safe enough. And these schools are not putting precautions in place to make sure that these children do have a safe way to learn. Honestly, for me, I would keep my children out of school as well until schools find a way to be able to teach children, help them get their education in a safe way. That's on the schools. The school's responsibility is to make that happen. And I feel like they're lacking in a lot of those areas.
All right. Well, salute to us for ending the show on a informative and positive note. We were talking about thoughts for the majority of the show, and you know, sex workers and all this crazy shit. But you know, we respect everybody here. You know, in the words of Mr. Motherfucking Esquire, I love hoes. You know what I mean? So but Virginia Slim says, "Yo, Casey, what were your students saying about your videos?"
Oh my God, yo! So first off, I lied to them. I said, "Yo, I swear to dog that wasn't me." They're like, "Oh, you swear to God?" I said, "Dog." They didn't know. then I finally had it. But yo, they was cool. They was cool. Older students, I felt like it made them like me more, but it made them maybe respect me in a different way. Rather than I was the cool kid from the hood with the rap video, rather than the teacher they should respect. I think, you know, at the end of the day, I didn't really see it till years later when I seen them on the streets, and that it actually showed them that, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can be from the street and still smart. You know what I'm saying? So I see some of my students later. And later, it didn't really have no big effect. Back then, I was a little embarrassed because it wasn't really what the image I was trying to project to them. And, you know, most of them was cool. There was one little kid, because some of the kids was from backgrounds where they was up in 3 a.m, I guess. And there was one little kid who noticed it, and that was in it. But it was cool because I think people knew me, and they knew me as a humorist, and they knew I'm not really out here trying to make offensive material for offensive material's sake. They knew there was a message behind it.
Right.
And some of the students would even get the joke. They would, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't too much of an issue. And then it came back as Sobro, and it was a white teacher who was offended. But all them other students loved me so much for it. So it was pretty much love, man.
Right. Sobro being when Sobro being the nonprofit in the Bronx named Sobro that Casey and I used to work at, teaching young students music industry and music business. With that being said, you know what I mean? I want to thank Vanessa Smilez today. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day. Gane, thank you for pulling up, aka MC Mighty Casey. And we got another question for you, which I mean I can answer, but I'll let you answer it. It is for you. I'm waiting for it to actually pull up in the system. But thank you, Queen Mocha, for pulling up as well. It's always a pleasure having you here. I know people requested seeing you more days a week. So feel free to come up more days a week. HB2N said, did you get a check from the Wayans brothers? Laugh out loud. From when they played.
I got a big check from the Wayans brothers, a nice big check. And I get checks every month from the Wayans brothers that are all right. So thanks out to the Wayans brothers.
So if anybody's questioning why HB2N is asking Casey, if he got a check from the Wayans brothers, is because they played White Girls and White Chicks, the movie, at the end of the film. So Casey, yes, he still gets checks from his song being in that film.
I love that movie.
And
I love the fact that movie keeps on going and it's always on cable because all that.
And HB2S says salute to Vanessa Smilez and Mocha. Yes, salute to these ladies and salute to the homies and salute to everybody who's watching. You know, we can't do it without you. We wouldn't do it without you. And HB2 says, okay, big nigga. So speaking of sex work and all of this, I just want to let you know that we're going to play, we're going to start playing the music segment with Erase My Browser History. There's a song called Erase My Browser History, which is on the Confessions of a Sex Addict album by Mr. Motherfucking Esquire. So that's where we're going to start. And of course, you know, we're going to play music from the homies, and that Mankind's the homies, Mr. Motherfucking Esquire is the homie. And we're going to play these songs for you. And stick around. Let's chat. We'll chat in the chat. I'll be around. So I'll be in the chat talking with you guys as I do. And, you know, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Definitely check out tomorrow and Sunday. Check out Straight Up in the Morning. You know, those guys will be here tomorrow. And once again, thank you for checking in. And this has been the Morning Rant. What the hell was I about to say? The Morning Rant.
The Morning Rant.
The Morning Rant. Salute.
Come dumpsters, some call them sluts, I call them hardcore goddesses. We all love the fuck. Front if you want, but we all wanna fuck. Rather have a bitch who suck a mean dick than one who don't. Rather have a professional who do a sexy style. Crawl to you on the floors and tell you, come and dig me ass. Shit, I know I do. My dick hard now, writing this. Thinking about this little tiny Spanish bitch. Need to watch me some Pinky or X and XX. Sometimes I mess with X videos too, but they be taking down shit. Fucking up my bookmarks, I should've downloaded it. These new hoes this week, I'm in the homegrown, the oldest shit like Roxy, Beauty Dior. I miss Brianna Bliss, Big Booty Flame. Say what's her name? You know that other bitch. Lexi Cruz, Melrose Fox, Michelle Tucker. I don't care what none of y'all say, I still cover. Bot in the comments told me I could get my dick big. Pop up trying to put me on the free live cam. Message to my mans, when I go, my last request, just make sure you clear my browser history so I can rest. Street hood world shit. Hey yo, I know that bitch, I got her on my Facebook. We got 2 mutual friends. Shout to Mike Dirty and Welshie back in the day. 4 girls had them southern bitches on display. Now it's Midwest Raw A and Big Buddha Bang. I know way too much about porn, so what, I ain't ashamed. Nasty bitches like Tap by Queen Gianna Michaels. Seen this bitch some nut of the nigga, that bitch is psycho. As far as white hoes, if they appalled, then we feel them. But if they don't fuck niggas, then we don't click them. Simple as that. Simple as that. My dick revolutionary too. We all got our addictions. Some of us be in the sick shit. S&M, latex, sadomasochistic. Whips, paddles, mask, blood, piss shit. Bukkake, foot fetishes, fisting. Gonzo, these bitches way beyond hoes. Some do it for the rush, some do it cause their father wasn't home. Most do it for the dough. Smile to the camera and lie. Got a single teardrop mixed with the cum inside their eye. Bye. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna do it. Yeah. I had some other shit too for this verse, but it was some deep, like I start getting all metaphysical about why niggas watch porn and shit. I was just like, man, fuck that, I'm not even rapping that shit, cause don't nobody watch porn for all that shit. Don't nobody watch porn for that. Niggas watch shit to escape they shit, you know what I mean? Nobody wanna hear why they watching porn. Shit got real depressing. I'm not even gonna do that to y'all. Yeah, Gonzo. Triple black in the motherfucking house. My nasty brother right there. Nasty boys coming soon. Tulane, Confessions of a Sex Addict. Shout out Reign Supreme. Shout out Tap Out Queen. Shout out Platinum Booty. My motherfucking nigga Rodney St. Cloud. Who else I'm cool with? Mike Dirty, what's good, nigga? Nah, man. I pop the rhino, then she swallow like it's Mr. Sacco.
Bitch, I get so much pussy. I'm on cloud 9. I'm conceited. I'm cocky. I'm arrogant. I'm full of myself. I do so many scenes. It's crazy. I fuck a lot of bitches. I'm on set right now. I got a white girl in the next room. She's getting her makeup done. We're gonna fuck in a minute.
Slow, deep stroke. You want my body? Slow, deep stroke. What is it? You want my mind? Slow, deep stroke. I know what you want. Slow, deep stroke. She wants the slow, deep stroke. Her left leg wiggle slow, deep stroke. Sit down, girl, relax your mind, and let me pour you a glass of wine. That'll do your body right. You bad, huh? You naughty, right? Wow.
Look past your mind, look past your fears. Girl, dry your eyes, wipe all your tears. I know you feeling like a feeling too. No matter where you run, I got my eyes on you. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, girl. Nowhere to run, nowhere to.
I need a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening, just like me. I need a certified freak that can satisfy me, heal my pain. I need a thoroughbred bitch that can come and ride me, leave me dread. And when I bust off, she gon' whisper, come inside me, have my baby.
Hey, what's up, baby girl? How you doing? Damn, would you look good? Would you cut your hair some? Hey, come here. Sit there. Wanna watch Netflix? Yeah, it's my girl account. It's cool. You want some water or something? I got some hummus and hot sauce. Oh, you just wanna get right to it? Okay, it's cool. Come here. Oh, you want the slow, deep strokes, huh?
Slow, deep stroke. You want my body? Slow, deep stroke. What is it? You want my mind? Deep stroke. I know what you want. Slow, deep stroke. She wants the slow, deep stroke. Her left leg wiggle slow, deep stroke. Sit down, girl, relax your mind, and let me pour you a glass of wine. That'll do your body right. You bad, huh? You naughty, right? Wow.
Look past your mind, look past your fears. Girl, dry your eyes, wipe all your tears. I know you feeling like a feeling too. No matter where you run, I got my eyes on you. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, girl. Nowhere to run, nowhere to.
I need a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening, just like me. I need a certified freak that can satisfy me, heal my pain. I need a thoroughbred bitch that can come and ride me, leave me dread. And when I bust off, she gon' whisper, come inside me, have my baby.
Hey, what's up, baby girl? How you doing? Damn, would you look good? Would you cut your hair some? Hey, come here. Sit there. Wanna watch Netflix?
Like
yeah, it's my girl account. It's cool.
Was innocent first, but then it flipped, screaming in my iPhone. Drunk off of Rose and Moscato. Know it's true because I picked the bottles. Source of my problems, I don't wanna write, but fuck it. I peeked at your Facebook. I know that I shouldn't have done it, but I've been having this feeling down in my stomach that you moved on, infatuated with someone else. And it's clear we ain't together, we ain't spoken 7 months, so obviously you like whatever, and you have every right to. I ain't gon' front, I'm man enough to admit that I ain't done right by you. Put my hands on you, betrayed you like I took the stand on you. We had plans, now all them plans for you. You tell me that I'm crazy, I tell you that you made me. I'm sending every text, you saying that you afraid of me. Like you sleeping with the enemy, but you ain't gotta fake your death to get rid of me. I just wanna talk, tell you how much I'm sorry, and you so overwhelmed when I call you just ignore it. So I stumbled to the drain and ended up at the Lancet McDonald's bathroom, throwing up on my hands and knees. You say I need help when all I need is you. Now I'm thinking that's unthinkable. Damn.
セックス中毒者の告白。
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Why don't ever catch a nigga, pick a kitty up? Your sex is like a sedative, you come my favorite drug. Oh my Lord, say oh my Lord. Slip in the west spot, we made a puddle of our love. Kick me out the house, we argue through the intercom. But it's something about your mac and cheese that keep me coming home. You got my soul and I can't run. You're all I want, so let Netflix and pill, cause I got no time to chill. Netflix and pill, we ain't got the time to chill.
Ain't got time for that. We building a spaceship, nigga. Bitches, you made this shit for me.
Don't love despite my struggles, baby, love me for my vision. I dropped out of the high, but shit, I could've went to Princeton, could've went to prison. Oldest Clinton, bitten, sneaky suck your titties on the visit. You freaky when I want, but see, I seek your intuition. You see your insecurities when peeking in the mirror. I taste divinity and how you season up the chicken. It taught my heartbeats to the sinker. Yo, what's rhythm? I'm a slave to your inner thighs. You a slave to the outer limits of my mind. And that's okay, you even trade, cause trust is sublime. And what's love besides blindness, leading the blind? But anyway, sperm hit the egg, now we multiply. And now our universal footprint is stamped in time, stamped forever. Sometimes I wonder what our daughter be like. I hope that everything I got wrong, she'll get right. I hope she never get her OnlyFans and mini vids. I hope she always stay a virgin and have 6 kids. That don't make no sense.
Jump around if your man love you walk. Walk to the girl ever wine in a dance and get man on the act like them they are dumb cat when them in your bed.
White girl, Susie Janet going through my mind. Sarah Jess and Julie too. White girl, Julie, Beth and Sharon, help me unwind. The more I see, the more I do. Don't tell me it's the 5 o'clock. That's right. You don't wanna know what's going on. Cause white girls won't go away. There's one thing I know about, and that's imagination. Ticket to ride, white girl highway. Tell all the white girls they can swing my way. What up, baby girl? How you doing? Is you single? Have you ever messed with a light-skinned mandingo? And I could give a damn what all my friends say to me. You and me, baby, can start making up for slavery. Girl, I'm just playing. I got a white mom. You got any black in ya? Would you like some? Or would you like my songs that be playing on the radio? Well, you know this in serious form of flattery's fellatio. I ain't a picky guy, so I really don't care if you're a hippie white chick who got underarm hair, or a ghetto white chick who be trying to act black with your name on your chain and your hair slicked back. You could be from anywhere, Maine down to Malibu, from off the trailer park all the way to Park Avenue. See me with a black girl, you got the wrong man. Or it might have just been a white girl with a tan. And sisters, don't get mad, cause I'm out banging white chicks, cause we all look the same. When we turn off the light switch, see back in the day, I was getting no play. Then I went the white girl way like OJ. So you can call him Cave, but I'm sorry, OJ, cause I got my white girl and everything is okay. White girl, Susie Janet going through my mind. Sarah Jess and Julie too. White girl, Julie, Beth and Sharon, help me unwind. The more I see, the more I do. Don't tell me it's the 5 o'clock. That's right. You don't wanna know what's going on. Cause white girls won't go. I've had rich Rich ones, poor ones, I even have some famous ones like Tracy Lords, Houston, and Janet Jameson. Right about now, I'm on probation for 3 years, cause I caught a stat case for having sex with Britney Spears. Get ahead in the dressing room, I bust on the chin. Oops. I did it again. Gwyneth Paltrow's always saying I be making her laugh. She gave me head cause if I hit it, I break her in half. She ain't even the only white actress on my mattress. I'd even have sex with Pat Patrick from The Practice. And Katie Holmes always trying to take me home, calling me on the phone saying, Casey, make me move. Smoking weed on a jet to get on a higher plane. I hate country music, wanna bank Shania Twain. Whether short or tall, whether blonde or brunette, I ain't met a white girl who I wouldn't do yet. And I got Alyssa Milano hitting high notes like sopranos when we all up in my bedroom making some mulattoes. I really don't think there's a girl that I miss. I used to like Mariah till I learned she was mixed. For those that's getting furious, please don't take me serious. I'm just wildin' out like Eddie Murphy and delirious. But if you took offense and you're black or you're white, I'm glad you did, sucker, cause you way too uptight. White girl, going through my mind. Sarah Jess and Julie too. White girl, Julie, Beth and Sharon, help me unwind. The more I see, the more I do. Don't tell me it's the Farrakhan. That's right. He don't wanna know what's going on. Cause white girls won't go away.
On the block is gonna sit up my cock. Slut young Skrilla, nigga, bulletproof. Throw a fish 5 plates in, we'll show you how. Slut muffins, slut muffins, slut muffins, slut muffins. That's all I need. Slut muffins, slut muffins. Man, slut fuck over here. Slut muffins. She's a very freaky girl. This ain't about nothing. Y'all want goody girls. Now I want a slut muffin. Maybe ask you again. Slut muffin. Slut muffin. Slut muffin, slut muffin. She's a very freaky girl. This ain't about nothing. Y'all want goody girls. Now I want a slut muffin. 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 Ooh, I'ma keep it real funky. No shoot the shit. She the motherfucking bag. No cue to miss. Yo, cute bitch. Yo, how she doing this? When I stash bags of coke stuffed in the uterus. She got the stretch marks, bullet wounds back of the ass. I don't give a fuck. I still spit splash. When she left, like a bunch with the dungaree. When I let me shit on her face, I knew she was the one for me. Fuck a bitch, yo, cause she get the best neck. 34 in the ass, triple D's on the chest. Yeah, shorty do impress when she dressed like a hoe when I punch her in the neck. Don't want no dark butts, better pass that pool test. Don't wanna see no one nap in the back of your head. I want that, bitch. Nigga. Ha ha. Woo. Not one nap. I admit, I treat her like shit, but I get away with it, cause I got a big dick. Dick tease with a degree. Nah, not for me, I want a chick that strips, rub burns on her knees. Fuck that bitch. You don't get no respect, better be a whore and let me bust in your face. Whatever I ask, the answer better be yes. When the shots rang out, that bitch my bulletproof vest. Yeah, that's how she get down. For the motherfucking man that'll whip her ass down. Real misogynist, got the shit, got the hoe in heaven when she is massaging my dick. She need a man that ain't scared to knock down a bitch. And now box her face on my Chris Brown shit. She always in the clutch, straight misbehaving, drag her head to my grip, fly her hair like I'm a caveman. She my toilet, she my cum dumpster. Besides my money, don't put nothing above her.
slut muffin, not your
I make
point.
that bitch suffer if she touch my work. Put that bitch in the dirt for work. Slut muffin, slut muffin, true love. Slut muffin, slut muffin, true love. Bitch, I send your ass to above if you try to touch one motherfucking dog. Pure perfection, bitch, get me erection. I get the pussy first, goons get sloppy seconds. She always take it for the team. That bitch better show as hell not have no self-esteem. Cause I'll put up in the dream. Punch her in the grill, then my team will double team. True training, yeah, we arrange it. Talking that bullshit, I'll make you famous.
Come on, then.
Cause a nigga dangerous, and I motherfucker will spit in your anus.
Please,
show you what game is, show you how the fuck we do out here. It's shameless. Now I got the girl, yeah, gotta turn her out. I show her what getting bangs really all about. Splash in the head, farted in the mouth. You gotta be in the face, no doubt. Now you know I got the girl, I'm gonna turn her out. Gotta show her what getting raped's really all about. Splashed in the head, farted in the mouth. You ask if I pissed in the face, no doubt. Slut muffins, slut muffins. Slut muffins, slut muffin. Slut muffins, slut muffin. Slut muffin, slut muffin. She's a very freaky girl. Bitch ain't about nothing. Young or goody girls. Now I want a slut muffin.
Take that, bitch.
Slut muffin. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Slut muffin. She's a very freaky girl. Bitch ain't about nothing. Young or goody girls. Now I want a slut muffin. A slut muffin. Slut muffin. Slut muffin, slut muffin, slut muffins, slut muffins, slut muffins, slut muffin, slut muffins, slut muffin, slut muffin, slut muffin. She's a very freaky girl. Bitch ain't about nothing. Young or goody girls. Now I want a slut muffin, slut muffin, slut muffin, slut muffin.
Yo, y'all niggas know who it is. It's a DJ Corp, Ghoulie Goo Goo. It's a Ghoulie production, Monkey Dick Entertainment, Murder Homicide. Bullet, y'all niggas, get it poppin'. I sell crack to my arms, sell crack to my moms. Tattoo of a crack vial inked on my arms. DJ Ghoulie Goo. Yo, y'all niggas know who it is. It's a DJ Corp, Ghoulie Goo Goo. It's a Ghoulie production, Monkey Dick Entertainment, Murder Homicide. Bullet, y'all niggas, get it poppin'. I sell crack to my arms, sell crack to my moms. Tattoo of a crack vial inked on my arms. Got crack in my ass, crack in my palm. Sell crack to a cracker, it's crack and I'm gone. Nah, this ain't Ricky, this ain't Boys in the Hood. Just crack selling Kevin, I poison the hood. And yeah, I sell crack, I ain't morally conflicted. Don't care who die, don't care who get addicted. Niggas know I love the odor, cocaine and baking soda. Niggas know I love the odor, cocaine and baking soda. Niggas know I love the odor, cocaine and baking soda. Niggas know I love the odor, cocaine and baking soda. Niggas know I love the odor, cocaine and baking soda. Bang bang, monkey gang, murder be the shit thrower. So crack the pookie, so crack to gator. But if the cops come, nah, see you later. We on top of the mountain, we the greatest, monkey gang. I sell more crack than you, bust more gas than you, get more ass than you, pack more crack and ass than you, cause I sell more crack than you. Get it, get it, get it. Murder, homicide, homicide, murder. If you knew someone who died from cocaine, you could blame me. If your aunt is on cocaine or your mother's on cocaine, she can't take care of you, you could blame that on me. Crack, coke, whatever, son. I poison the hood for real. So crack to my mom. My mother sucked dick for crack to give me money. The goon, the underboss, my man Big Bullet. Don't make me put a bullet in you or a bullet on you, cause a bullet will get in you. Ask anybody about bullet, any hood, any jail, nigga. Don't fuck around. Drop grenades in your fucking projects, you know what I'm saying? Bulletproof, nigga. You already know, nigga.
It's kissing cousin, motherfucker. Keep this shit on me. I'm the motherfucking iron pimp. You know what I'm talking about? I put this shit together. Grab a motherfucker, say, hey motherfucker, you wanna rap, sell crack? Come on!
DJ Core, Ghoulie Goo, right? That shit out my fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it all, man.
We so gangster, we sniff
Get
coke.
it all.
We Tony
That's that
Montana.
real?
There you go.
That's that real?
That's
You can't
it.
feel my face,
Oh,
nigga.
bling blinging and shining. You see this shit right here?
Niggas is so fly, we about to put plutonium on our necks.
Plutonium,
You know what the fuck plutonium is?
Fuck
We going nuclear on niggas. Fuck this shit. Fuck all this. We going plutonium. When you see niggas glowing, that's us, nigga.
Monkey gang.
Get it? I sell more crack than you, bust more gas than you, get more ass than you, pack more crack and ass than you, cause I sell more crack than you. Get it?
It's my daily prayer. You know what I'm saying? Every day I say this. Crack is good. Crack is great. Thank you for that crack you make. If I get locked before I wait, I beg the Lord, there's crack to bake. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ah.
Y'all niggas know how this shit go. Monkey gang in effect. Monkey, big monkey dick in the building. Smashing on top of the city. Tilting the scales. You know how we do. We the fucking greatest. You understand? Selling crack in all the local neighborhoods. Crack bodegas. Bitch ass niggas. Eat a dick with AIDS on the tip out of a cancer infected uterus. That's what this shit is about. Pure hip hop. Monkey gang. Monkey dick. Ghoulie Productions. Fulton and Crenshaw, nigga. Eat a dick.
It's your boy, DJ Ghoulie Goo. You dig? Monkey gang. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm out here.
Black rapping school. Black rapping school. Black rapping school. Black rapping school.
Do you wanna be a rap star? Live large and push a fat car. Get some ice, a rollie and a Jaguar. But only for the video shoot. Cause we just wanna make the people think you got loot. So sign your soul, I need your name on the line. And run and tell all your little friends that you signed. First you get gas, blow up, then go pop. But when you start to fizzle, that's when you get dropped. Now you gotta learn all the rules of the game. Following you might get the jewels in the range. First thing first, nigga, learn your limitation. Why be yourself, go be a jigger imitation. We don't need creativity or originality. Just an R&B gangster with a thug mentality. This ain't hip hop, man, it's Kool-Aid now. Cause we sweeten it up and we water it down. So just start rhyming about diamonds and clothes. Guns, cars, rolls, and big booty hoes. This ain't rap for the art, so don't try and be smart. Just play your part and rap for the chart. And could you act more thugged out, eyes more bugged out? Every chance you get, try to pull your guns out. So go ahead, bust your gun, act a fool. Cause selling crack is cool here in black rapping school.
Black rapping school.
Just do the hip hop.
Black rapping school.
Just do the hip hop.
Black rapping school.
Do the hip hop.
Black rapping school.
Rap used to be pro-black, now it's just pro-crack. Hip-hop went too far and can't go back. Trading your soul for a chain and a throwback. Once you sell your soul, it can't grow back. We used to let the actors play the players, pimps and hoes. Nowadays we just let the rappers play them roles. So keep the people moving, keep the people dancing. All you gotta do is make a crack sound anthem. I sell crack, I sell crack, I sell crack, I sell crack. Yeah, kinda like that. But don't think you'll ever see that money that you rap about. No loyalty with royalty, so watch what you ask about. Cause rappers like you come a dime a dozen. And we'll drop you and go sign your cousin. Now, go ahead, start a beef, cash some cases. Anything you do to keep your name in the paper. So, just remember negativity sells. Puts Chris in your cups, put Tros in your L's. Now niggas wanna be you, girls wanna fuck with you. Who gives a fuck about them kids who look up to you? Let them grow up to be ignorant thugs who think the only way to make it is through violence and drugs. So if you wanna be exploited, then bruh, congratulations. You in black rapping school, see you at the graduation.
Black rapping school. Black rapping school. Black rapping school. Black rapping school.
Coon it up now, East Coast. Coon it up now. They asked John, why your fucking skin so light? Cause Pops raped Mom by the shed one night. And my mom's was a slave and my Pops was white. Who thought black pussy was his goddamn right?
Everybody say I look just like him. Same eyes, same nose, but I'm bright light skin. How could he disown me, knowing that he owned me? Plus I got a sister too, see I ain't the only. Tragic mulatto, that's a horse and a donkey. That ain't me, I'm a nigga in a honky. I ain't got a lot, but I got a pot to piss in. Plates is for the boogers, pans is for the shitting. When they eatin' is the only time I'm grinning. And when they hurlin', that's the only time I'm winning. Took a pistol from my pops, gave that shit to my man. Now we got him a gun, and he got him a plan.
Mankind.
Yo. I was working in the field for the boss, and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I swear that Jehovah on the cross, I really seen a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse? Well, this might feel a boss with remorse, but I think I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I wasn't even sipping on the sauce, and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
Chad. Yo, about to dive off the deep end. Black jockeys trying to win the Preakness. Yeah, I'm seeing sounds, this is synesthesia. A little reefer, a little pizza. Napoleon complexes, Little Caesars. From the pits of Giza to where the pizza leans. Lady Gaga, little monsters. Zombies bleeding, deceased carcasses. Chopped up so it's easy to eat like read 'em and weep. Bet on that like the Belmont. Cell block hell, Mattel props. Van Gogh leaving them shell-shocked black jockeys trying to win Kentucky derbies. That's the charm fucking early. Crack a dawn, orange juice trying to duck the scurvy. Otherworldly, no alarm clock. Yup, I'm up as soon as the sun alerts me like, here comes the sun, here comes the number one. Gunners on the block, mankind, 101. Son of none other than the mother son. All the time like the horse, all I think run and run. That and only if I had another gun. They divide, make it back, they could add, they subtract. Took my life, I'm just trying to take it back. What is love? What the fuck is love?
Mankind. Yo, heard they trying to get a clue, cause the clan can't scout me. I ride like the wind to the end of the county. Somebody told me that they saw my picture with a bounty. I told them that the eagle and the hawk, them surround me. By the blood of God, bloodhounds never found me. Now I'm a wolf and my wolf pack rowdy. Howl at the moon, devour and consume. Get a gut feeling when your bowels start to move. What a rush, legion of doom. Doomsday preaching at noon. Prophesied since the seed in the womb. It's a heaven's plate wedding day. Dynamite sticks in the wedding cake. Got a lit fuse about to detonate. Let us pray. In war paint, red in my eyes, determined to live. Live free, ready to die. Mankind. I was working in the field for the boss, and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I swear that Jehovah on the cross, I really seen a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse? Well, this might feel a boss with remorse, but I think I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I wasn't even sipping on the sauce, and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
Nigga on a horse, nigga on an elephant, nigga winning wars, nigga in a roadster, nigga in a Porsche, nigga in a spaceship, nigga with the force, a nigga with a pen beat, a nigga with a sword, a nigga with an attitude, nigga with awards. One thing I ain't is a nigga with a boss, so I smile every time my niggas up in the sauce. Mankind.
After 8 years of Obama, after 600 years of bad karma, you know the time, it's election year. Get your ass in line, it's election year.
This election year. I'm not voting this election year. I'm not voting this election year. I'm not voting this election, not voting this election, yeah. I'm not voting this election, yeah. And I ain't saying don't, but let's be clear. I ain't saying don't, but let's be clear. I ain't saying don't, but let's be clear. Let's be clear on things that led us. Let's be clear on things that led us. This election, yeah, election, yeah. Mankind. Super delegate. Super delegate. You say that you get to choose the president, but some would say that you're irrelevant. I know that subject is super delicate, but let me tell you something about super delegates. They don't use that shit to choose the elephant. But on the left, they choosing who's elected. Man, you ain't gotta be too intelligent to see that shit is. It's kinda shady, super delegates. I'm questioning who's protecting me when this whole thing feels like human centipede. A shit show get hit so hard, fist thrown harder than Klitschko. Overhead there's a disco ball. Hit your bell, bottom rung of the ladder. Who's protecting me? Po playing choose your felony. Shit so hard, constipation, lead, poison, oxidation. Got the juice and lack concentration. Art of war, trying to understand the mind of Satan. Tired of skating, rollerblading in line, tired of waiting. Allergic to the bullshit, my sinus aching. Who's protecting me? Not a saint, not a patriot, not a thing. You know what I mean? Like bada bing. Tag teams on the ropes outside the ring. Black and white, this the minor sting. Ronald Reagan drinking Devil Springs. Hit your chest like kerosene. Cartel Medellin. I've been said what I said I mean. Red, white, and blue or black, red, and green. I'ma set it off and they gon' say that I never said a thing. It feels like super delegates. You say that you get to choose the president, but some would say that you're irrelevant. I know that subject is super delicate, but let me tell you something about super delegates. They don't use that shit to choose the elephant. But on the left they choosing who's elected, and you ain't gotta be too intelligent to see that shit is. It's kinda shady, super delegates.
Mankind. Yo, I know, yeah, all votes matter, but all votes ain't getting gathered. Gather around the squared circle, calculate the radius. Radiation flow so radiant. Last Dragon, bite the bullet shot by Eddie Arcadian. Duke Nukem in the arcade again. Street fighting, Mortal Kombat. Voices saying finish him, bad boy. Take that, it's all about the Benjamins. Finger on the Benjamin button, Benjamin Banneker plans. Shorthand, Encyclopedia Britannica. African American America, most wanted. 3 seconds in the paint, no frontin'. Gold fronts, blunted on reality. Reality Television Academy Awards. Democratic primary casualties of war. A cavity search is a dirty chore. Where the votes at? Who would've thought that votes would need LoJack or preteens would need Prozac? I'm pro-life, it isn't polite to be pro-black. Headshots with no Kodak, stolen moments. Politicians running unopposed, no opponents. Cooling with a smooth operation. Away to April Fool populations. Popular demands, promises of new occupations. Occupy the school convocation. Student protests, public safety measures, who to protect. It's fucked up how they using Hotep. Kinda shady. Black delegation into Hades. Save the babies.
Mankind, Cactus Jack, do love mankind. Yeah, black bodies in the water, in a place where they cannot float. White folks looking at me like you can't get in my boat. Get in my boat. Black bodies in the water, in a place where they cannot float.
White folks looking at us like you can't get in my boat.
Check
in my
heavy
boat.
water.
Mankind, as much as I gave to you. Cause if you gave as much as I gave to you. Cause if you gave as much as I gave to you. 40 acres in a mule, 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 40 acres in a mule. Bitch, we talking reparations. Like trick, you gon' pay me. Like trick, you gon' pay me. Talking reparations. Like trick, you gon' crazy. Like trick, you gon' crazy. You know your deficit is decadent. Poor souls, you were never rich. Unseasoned, uneven. Odds are you done leading. You've only one cheating, is the sun season. Melanated love bug Starsky. Wild style, wildlife safari. Manual labor party. Party affiliations. Lobbyist litigation. Ungodly. God body divinations. Divine non-deliberations. Deliver us from Satan. Expedited. Deliver us from waiting. It's overdue. Deliver us a payment. Cash on delivery. Deliver to the last of a living breed. How much? Enough to last till infinity. The question that I ask of my enemy, remember me? If you gave as much as I gave to you. Grand rising, grand biscuits, magic wand waving grand wizards. If you my man, 100 grand in a grand missing. I got 99 problems, what's the damn difference? Listen, on my unborn grandkids, you know a nigga grown when a band is a bandage and the band keeps playing when you on a Titanic in your home network. Can't handle the bandwidth life's a damn bitch. Still love her though, raw sex pulling off the rubber slow. Rubber dub, that's a dry rub on the roast. Smells like burnt toast, you know I got a serious stroke. Periods broke like the levees. Flow on the mic kinda heavy. Got enough sauce for the spaghetti. Red hot chili pepper, order water under the bridge. I forgive niggas for wanting to live. I ain't mad at ya, I ain't the mad rapper. Just a mad dapper damn rather. Shimmy shimmy y'all like a capper. Somebody tell Boozy that I'm batter. Vanilla extract in a batter. I ain't playing patty cake. I mean, how many patty pies can daddy bake? Mad I gotta save a slice for Sally Mae. May the odds ever be forever in your favor. Forever and a whole day later. Day to day, day traders. Daylight come for slave labor. Labor Day, labor pains getting paid straight up. Grand Rising, Grand Canyon, grandfather clock, grandstanding. You lucky if you got grandparents. Shit is Operation Grand Clearance. It's clandestine. Magazine, glam essence. 120 plan lessons from the ancestors. Fan blessings, hand-in-hand, hand gestures, jam sessions, children asking damn questions, watching cartoons and wrestling. Grand Rising, Grand Central, Freemasons at the Grand Temple. All praises to the audacious, all-seeing eye, all patient. Call waiting for the hookup, cook up salt fish, just crooked how the poor get rewarded with more risk. Fried dumpling, daily bread, top of the morning, getting daily head. Taking diabetic daily meds, sugar-free jelly spread. Crown Jewel got a heavy head. You got a headache from the Reggie Reg. Grand Rise, Grand Rise, Grand Rise, Grand Rise, Grand Rise. Grand Rise, Grand Rise, Grand Rise, Grand Rise, Grand Rise. Grand Rise, Grand Rise, Grand Rise, Grand Rise.
I'm on fire right now, fuck nigga. Fire, nigga. I'm on fire right now, fuck nigga. I had to come back, nigga. Niggas thought it was over with for me, nigga. Y'all tried to count me out, nigga. I ain't forgot about that shit. Y'all niggas think I forgot, nigga. I ain't forgot about none of that shit. So I'm back with a chip on my fucking shoulder, nigga.
Wrote this with my eyes closed, or rose and Moscato. Intuition, inner visions flow from out the cosmos. Niggas ask me how I made it, I be dead if I know. I just went with my soul, and the rest just follow. She's a good girl, fuck that bitch, I'd rather deal without her. Say no to CashApp, I ain't tricking, bitch, you must be psycho. But I'm prone to lie though, just don't tell all my bros. I roll gelato in the Bronto, so I got the sky clothes. Damn, it's raining, grab my cane and pass my Prada poncho. The boots was leather with the tattoos, those the Randy Macho. Goggles, Ferragamo, condos big as Costco. I popped the rhino, then she swallowed like it's Mr. Sacco. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. Modern life like Rocco, but I still pray to Shango. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to Gaucho. Rebel, outlaw, reckless, vato, ghetto, desperado. Aim the Draco, eating tacos, take your breath like Cyclones. Adjacent to Van Gogh, I'm chasing my shadow. The pain is the shackle, embrace it for battle. In the gym for 7 weeks, I feel like Boris Kojo. I mean Cujo with a new hoe, sober watching Kuso. With my old hoe, I forgot I fuck my hoes in duos. Football throws in 2 hoes, loopholes out with pool holes. That piece of coupon for designer, Gucci coat was 2-tone. School old Parasuco, shoot like Tony Kukoc. Good job of Samson, no Delilah, put that on my tombstone. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's worth the gauchos.